Hey, everybody!
Wasn't expecting that.
Welcome to the stream.
What's
How's
up?
it going, y'all? Hope you are all well and everything's been good for y'all. I scared Moose. It was worth it.
It happens every time.
Every time?
Jeff,
Truly every time?
think about it. Every time we hang out,
That's true.
You just randomly blurt out something.
Becky!
Every time! Oh my God, Becky, you need to stop that.
Becky!
Like, seriously.
Seriously.
Patricia!
Oh my God.
Patricia!
Patricia. No, that's you now, Matt. You're Patricia.
You're Patricia.
You're Patricia.
I brought that on myself.
Anyways, so today we are doing what we are calling the Impromptu for the Chivo podcast.
Post-E3
Post-E3.
podcast.
Yes, it's called Impromptu because we literally did not prepare for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got off of work and Jeff goes, "Hey, you want to be on TV?" I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, Matt, yesterday, do you want to be on something?" And he's like, "Yeah." So here we are.
It's cool. We got this.
"Yeah."
So yeah. Anyways, there was a lot this year at E3, and I'm eager to go through
Oh,
what.
man.
I saw maybe 4 of the trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched everything.
Good.
I didn't.
Good.
So
Tell me
I'm
what I
glad
missed.
somebody did.
Tell me what I missed.
I watched the Nintendo Direct yesterday, and that is pretty much
That's
the
it?
only main thing I watched.
That's it?
Otherwise, I've seen like the
So,
Fallout trailer and a few other ones.
as far as comparing last year to this year, 1,000 times better than last year's
Yeah.
E3. Oh my gosh! Like some of the conferences last year were just downright boring, and this year they just.
Wasn't E3 last year just like they had almost nothing to...
It was weird.
It was
Like
very lackluster. It's really
like,
what it was. They didn't have much.
like 2 or 3 conferences. Nobody even came out on stage to talk. They just did trailers, and they were like, "All right, get out."
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least I mean, last year they had the Switch to really
True.
hype up for Nintendo, so they always have something to hype up, which is good for them.
Yeah.
But like as a whole for E3 last year, it was lackluster. So this year, I'm glad they
Yes.
at least had some decent stuff to show.
Halo.
Oh, dude, I'm all over that.
Like, I think we can all agree that all of us are equally hyped for Smash Ultimate.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah.
Halo,
Yeah.
people. I don't care what you think about the gameplay, what it's turned into. That's your own opinion. Me, I'm into Halo for the story. It's one of my fan bases.
Yeah.
So the fact that I
For
have
sure.
something else to invest my time in, it's like when the Harry Potter crowd got Fantastic Beasts. That's what it's like for me whenever I get a new Halo
Right.
game, because frankly, I think the franchise was going to die for a minute. and I got
Oh yeah,
scared.
we were.
Yeah.
Basically, it
I got
came down.
stared.
What it
Stared.
came
Stared.
down
It's
to
like,
is
it's like stairs frightened me. That's what that meant.
everyone
What?
was stairs. How did we get to stairs?
Back to Halo.
All right. So, anyways, no Halo. Everyone was basically saying already at this point that Halo 6 was the make or break
Yeah.
of the Halo series.
Oh, for sure.
That 343 had to get this one right, or it's basically just called a dead series at this point.
Yeah.
Because yes,
I'm-
there's
I'm-
people that love Halo 5. And
I loved Halo
4.
5, but I loved
I
it
didn't.
for the story mode. I loved it for the story. Like, if I was just watching a Let's Play of it,
Mhm.
I'd be like, this is great. This is a great story. I love watching. I want to see how the story ends. But I almost never play multiplayer on it.
Right. And
It's,
for me,
it's just not the same game
well,
even.
well, for me, at least on the Halo aspect of, because I have a lot of nostalgia with the old Halos and stuff like that, it was the only way for me to accept Halo 5's story fully, because I did enjoy it. I thought it was okay for a Halo game.
Yeah.
I feel like it missed the mark of the Halo lore. The only way that I actually found myself actually really, really enjoying the game, if I was just to convince myself it wasn't actually a Halo game. It was not a canonic
That's what a lot of people said.
Halo game.
That was
At
a lot
that
of
point, I'm
people's
like,
opinion.
okay, yeah, this was a cool game. But, everyone loves Master Chief so much.
Yeah.
To a fault, in my opinion. But,
Here's the thing. I think for me, Halo 4 did what a lot of fourth installments in movie franchises did. And that's they had this great trilogy that could have just stayed where it was, and they decided to try and milk it and do a soft reboot where it was canon, but it was totally different.
right.
They gave us something so weird with the whole Cortana rampancy thing, which, I mean,
Right.
following the franchise and the lore, you knew it was going to happen. But the fact that she is, his love interest now?
Yeah, kind of in a way.
Kind of.
That's what Fallout 4 made her look like.
Halo 4.
Halo 4. Sorry, that's what Halo 4 made her look like.
Yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted to touch you, Master Chief.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Pretty much. That was my example. I'm like, are they really?
I mean, that's really kind of how it happened too.
I want to
mean,
be a real boy type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think with that, that's when they officially went from caring more about the actual story than caring about the gameplay.
Right.
Because Halo and Call of Duty have always been at odds with each other. But lately, they've kind of been melding into the same game.
Actually,
As far as like
people were talking about. I'm sorry, go ahead.
like Call of Duty started getting more into science fiction, which was kind of like the defining line between the two games. Like Halo's a sci-fi,
Yeah.
Call of Duty's realism.
Well, if you notice when the Infinity War trailer came out,
Infinity War?
I'm sorry.
Infinite.
Infinite.
No. What was the last major Call of Duty one?
Modern Warfare?
World War II?
World
No.
War II, Infinite Warfare.
The one coming
Infinite
out.
Warfare. Sorry.
Oh, Infinite Warfare.
When Infinite Warfare trailer came out, their dropships looked more like
Yeah. Pelicans.
Pelicans
Yeah.
than Halo's Pelicans did.
Yeah.
We're
Yes.
like, wait a second.
Exactly. Like
Wait a second.
Halo 4 tried too hard to be Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's when it went south.
Exactly.
And for me, I have no interest at all in the multiplayer of new Halo games anymore.
Same. I enjoyed 4. To be honest, I got to admit, I did like 4.
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Nothing
but it
like
was
the old
too,
games.
Yeah, it was way too different, and I think that's its problem.
Right.
If you're gonna do something that different, make sure that you stick as close to the original feel as possible.
Right, exactly. Well, let's watch this trailer really quick for everyone that's watching can see. If they
Yes.
have yet to see it.
Yes.
I'm going to do that right now. Oop, a little too loud.
Not loud enough. Oh, dear.
I did like this trailer. I thought it was pretty cool.
I liked it too because I got what it was trying to say.
Right.
There's something hidden in this trailer because all we're seeing so far is just terrain.
Right.
Well, people have tore apart. I mean, literally tore apart every little frame of this trailer, explaining what they think each part of it is.
Here's what I think it is. Since they're giving us nothing but like screenshots of different terrain, and then the big reveal being the fact that it's a Halo game, I think this is going to be an open world.
You think they're
A lot
going
of
to go
people would
open world?
think that.
I think this is going to be a open world, almost like sandbox Halo.
It's-
Can you imagine if this was the gameplay of a Fallout game or something?
Well,
It's the trend lately,
is-
open world.
this is my thought. That's very possible. They could be showing that, hey, this is more of a kind of a more open world type.
And I love that they're going back to like
Oh,
the
heck
original.
yes.
Right.
They have
right.
to.
Original.
That was the thing they said they had to do, otherwise they were screwed.
Yeah, Halo 4 and Master Chief was just way too different for me.
It could just as simply be they're just showcasing the new engine.
It's
A lot of 90% of this may have nothing to do with the new Halo.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point. I
Because
never thought of that.
I mean, they do emphasize the new engine at the end
Yeah.
of this.
Exactly. Now it may be half and half. Maybe a lot of it is, but not all of it, you know.
One theory I had about this, what if it's not Halo 6? What if this was like a spin-off that takes place in between like 2 and 3 or 3
No,
and 4?
they have confirmed.
It is. They've confirmed it's 6.
Yes, they have confirmed that this is the Halo 6.
Okay.
Well, that's fine by me because I hate cliffhangers, and Halo 5 left on a cliffhanger, so I'm totally fine with
Yeah.
this being Halo 6. But I think this is going to be either an open world or an insanely big map.
Yeah.
Because
And it's been highly rumored that they're bringing the flood back for this one.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. I did hear that.
Because like one thing I've always wanted to do as a kid was like have a Pelican, get in it, fly straight up, and then land on the other side of the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine
That would be
being able to do
cool.
that?
Also, very deadly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but,
I've watched the science of for the Halo rings. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do
not
that.
with that attitude, Jeff.
That's true. You would literally have to fly almost the speed of light in a circle like this before you could land.
Or would you?
I have no idea.
Either
All right,
just
so-
343.
Yeah. Anyways, one last thing I want to mention is
Lawnmowers.
they can't hear that.
Oh, all I can hear is a
And
lawnmower.
now you know.
There is a lawnmower.
Wait, it is 9 o'clock at night, and it's dark outside. Who is mowing their lawn?
Your neighbor.
He must be so high right now. Anyways, okay. The last thing I want to bring up is the last, I think, E3 or big announcement that Philip Spencer from Xbox mentioned about Halo and everything. They said they're going back to split screen. They said they're absolutely doing
Right.
that. They said they're going back and understanding they want more of a classic art style. That's
Good.
confirmed. But he
'Cause I
also
noticed
mentioned
Valhalla,
something.
like the old map Valhalla. That was in the trailer.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that.
But he also mentioned something that contradicts what we just watched, in my opinion. He mentioned that multiplayer, as it has become today, is not going to change. He said that it's going to have small differences here and there, but the multiplayer is going to stay, which in my opinion makes sense for them only because of people who are in the Halo championships.
Fair.
The
'Cause that's the thing. I
MVPs
totally-
and stuff like that.
It's sad when I forgot that Halo is an MLG now.
It is an MLG.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: this is a completely new engine.
Yes.
They can't do exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It has to be different majorly because it's a completely different physics engine,
Yeah.
visual engine, all of
It's
that.
been
And here's the thing:
completely
each
revamped.
Halo game, each generation of Halo, the multiplayer changes so much.
Yeah.
What if he's referencing a version of the Halo multiplayer that we're unfamiliar with? We're thinking that it's going to be the Halo 4, Halo 5
Yeah.
multiplayer, whereas whenever anyone talks about Halo multiplayer, they immediately go back to Halo 2 LAN parties.
Yep. Okay. Actually, I watched one video by Halo. I feel like we're keeping you out of the loop.
No,
Listen,
no.
We're like having a moment. This is Halo.
This is my nerdgasm. No, I'm kidding. No homo. I was watching a lot of Halo follower on this, and he mentioned something that has already been stated. I don't know where the source was, so I apologize. I'll look it up later, maybe. I won't. He said that it has been rumored that they are going to release Halo Infinite as its own single-player separate game. Only single-player. Like, basically just releasing campaign, and they're going to release multiplayer a year later. Now, why would that be rumored unless there has... Who would just randomly come up with that idea and just say, this is now the new rumor?
My question is why?
Exactly.
Why would that? Why would you do this?
Why would you do this?
Why would you? What have you done? What
I
have you
don't
done?
know. I don't know. But with you saying that, that makes more sense to me. If a multiplayer came out later and is a different engine, which means it's technically a separate game.
Here's an idea. Remember that time they did Halo 1 Anniversary, but they just piggybacked the multiplayer off of Reach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if that's what they're going to do? They're going to have a separate engine for a more cinematic single-player mode, but then they're going to piggyback off of the MLG
It's very possible.
multiplayer.
That makes sense.
That's a good speculation. But anyways, enough about Halo.
No, never enough about Halo.
No,
That's
I
heresy.
could go on and on.
For
and on.
sure. For sure.
Run away! But people want to hear other things
Yes, they want to
Other than
hear
Halo.
about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. I don't know what that is. I never seen that.
That was at the Square conference. I actually didn't see the trailer for that
I
one.
know nothing about that.
I don't know either.
There's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Did anybody watch that one? I know nothing about that.
I didn't watch the trailer. I saw some clips, and it's got everybody so upset because we all thought they were on a biannual schedule finally. Like they were going to take time off and make their games better, but no, like we're getting one a year later again.
Right.
They're back to their yearly schedule. So
Now, is this a full open world normal Assassin's Creed, or is this something like Chronicles, like China, or
it's
weird
a full new open world game, new setting. I guess it looks like they're doing like ancient Greece, ancient Rome, like Spartans and stuff like that.
okay?
The army
Back
of
to
the
Halo.
300.
Eh.
But what I loved about
And back to Halo.
Back to Halo.
So it's new armor. No, I'm kidding.
It's funny because like I did watch a little bit of the trailer, and it's so funny because everybody's saying the same thing. And I agree with what they're saying. it doesn't look like Assassin's Creed at all. Like, it's literally
Really?
just armies and combat. There's no stealth in it. There's no, jumping off the buildings, doing
Again,
the hawk
I think that's
dives.
it's gonna be the Halo 4 of Assassin's Creed.
It is. Because, I mean, I played a little
Back
bit
to
of
Halo.
Odyssey. I never beat it. Or not Odyssey, whatever the last one, Origins. And they kind of did take the stealth aspect out of that game. I mean, you can still obviously do it. It's Assassin's Creed, but it wasn't nearly as emphasized in the last Assassin's Creed. And this trailer indicates, I mean, it looks really cool, but it doesn't indicate like any stealth at all.
Right. It looks
look
like
at
a
him-
run and gun. It truly does.
Look at him going into battle with a giant sword. That's not stealth at all.
This, I'm surprised. See, I haven't actually seen this yet, but it's pretty cool. I muted the audio for this one. But this looks like more of a war game. Like
It looks like more of a war game.
Vikings type.
I can say that everybody is super pumped that they're bringing back naval combat. So there is going to be naval combat because that's what everybody. I mean, if you ask any fan of Assassin's Creed and you ask them what their favorite one is, they'll be like Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Because everybody loved the naval combat, and Ubisoft is doing Skull and Bones now just with pirate naval combat.
Huh. Well, I mean, I like the look of this game.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
get me wrong.
It looks super cool.
I'm not
It
an
reminds
Assassin's
me
Creed guy,
almost
but
a little bit like a mixture of Black Flag and the other one. I can't remember the name of it.
Legends?
Maybe
Brotherhood?
Legends.
Brotherhood. I don't.
The China one. Like they almost like
it was
threw the
it was
the
kind of like an
assets together for them.
expansion game, kind of. I forget what it was called. It wasn't Rogue. It was one. There's a million Assassin's Creed games. They're as bad as Call of Duty.
yeah, that you got a point. You got a point. But I mean, no, I don't want to say that I don't like.
Right.
But
Like
at the same time, I get what you're saying. Is they're not. I felt like, and I'm on the outside. I don't like Assassin's Creed games. I'm on the outside of this. Bi-yearly gives them more quality games.
and it
It
was
gives them more time to think about what they're doing.
and Origins was a huge step forward in the Assassin's Creed series because it took like 3 years to develop that game. They took their time with it. They were like, because it was like 3 years ago at E3, they were like, we're not releasing Assassin's Creed for like 2 years at least. We want to take our time, revamp the engine, do a bigger world, new story, and it's a good game.
Yeah.
So
Can we all just get back to like pumping out games before they're done? That way we can actually sell them. I mean, look how well ET did.
Right. You know,
I bought 2 copies of that. I kid
go
you not.
EA on it. Go full EA.
Go full EA. Release the trailer and say that's the game. Give us $60.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
EA is going to get to the point where they become just releasing demos.
Paying for
Here's a
demos.
$60 demo. You could try this game out before it comes out. Although if you go with Microsoft's route of how they're doing the Forza
Game
series,
Pass.
might as well be the same
Oh,
freaking
Forza
thing.
series, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen such an expensive game. And I swear
What was it?
Microsoft is so entitled that they think they can keep the same racing game out for 3 years past its release and have it the same freaking price.
Yeah.
Buy it new.
I'll
That's
tell you what.
insane.
I'll tell you what was worse. Star Wars Battlefront, the reboot one, not the second one. The second one was good. The first one, it was multiplayer only. It had no story mode,
No story.
and when you bought it at full price, mind you, there was an incomplete game.
Yeah.
Because the season pass, all of the DLC after it was all said and done, was literally the same amount.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was twice the amount of maps and weapons and all that as the base game, but you had to pay for the season pass a second time.
Mm-hmm.
You had to pay for the same game twice to get twice of the same, just more of the same, and half the time you weren't even allowed to play the game because whenever you got put in a party with someone who had the DLC, you got booted out.
You got booted because you didn't have it.
So out of necessity, I had to pay $120 just to play this game.
You know,
And it was more of the same. No.
and you want to know what I think they use to justify doing this?
What?
I think in their mind. Okay, think back in the again. We're going back to Halo. Courtney, welcome to the stream. Go back to the original like Halo 2, Halo 3 era. Okay, you have Halo multiplayer online. You have
Yes.
we have live now. You have multiplayer, it's fully functional, it's working as it is. But what do? They come out with map packs later, and you do have to buy them.
Right.
In my mind, that's the genesis of what EA was thinking.
Yeah.
We can release this, but take more and more each time until we can figure out where we're going to hit them, where they're just going to be so mad they're not going to buy our stuff anymore. And that's where we float from that point on.
So
Yeah.
that's why I think they've redeemed themselves with Battlefront 2 because now all DLC is free.
But they only did it reactionary.
Exactly.
Which only proves the
Which
fact
is
that
why
they're
I
doing
think-
it to the point until they can get in trouble.
Which is
for
why
it.
God bless Titanfall, because Titanfall was the first game that I've noticed did that, where they gave out all their DLC for free as
Yes.
updates.
Yes.
I think that's when people realized we shouldn't have to pay for
Yeah.
a game we've already paid for.
And Halo started doing the same thing. All the multiplayer DLC on Halo 5 and Halo 4, absolutely free.
Yeah. And that's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Because whenever you see a game like that, it's like, okay, this is the base game, but you need the season pass in order to play with your buddy. By the way, it's like, we already paid for the console. We already paid for
Right.
the internet subscription. We already paid for the disc. We don't want to pay you more when we're already paying a lot as it is.
Right. And the last thing I'll add on to that, though, because we're trying to get into the microtransaction.
I know,
talk,
because
and this goes on for
there's
hours.
one game on this
Oh,
list
yeah.
that I hadn't heard of,
Um,
and I need to know about it.
The other flip side of that is, let's talk about Breath of the Wild, though. They had
Yeah.
2 decently expensive DLCs,
Right.
$20.
but they gave us a full game.
Exactly.
I could never download that DLC, and I still haven't, and still 100% happy with that game.
Oh yeah, easily.
Nintendo has stayed in the era of when
Yeah, you don't
Halo
need the DLC.
was giving out things. You could still play multiplayer online on Halo, even in a multiplayer first-person
yeah,
shooter
they just had a separate.
situation.
They just had a separate
Almost lobby.
yeah, a
It's-
separate lobby for people who had the DLC,
Right.
and then if you didn't have the DLC, it kept you in the OK lobby. You could still play with your buddies who didn't drop the other $20.
Now, 3 made it so there was certain playlists that you couldn't play if you didn't have the DLC.
But that's fair though,
Right.
because that was the playlist that had the DLC in
Right,
it.
exactly. And that's still justifiable in my mind.
And I think with Breath of the Wild, they get a pass too because that's a single player only game.
Yeah, I agree.
Because when you have a single
Because
player
Fallout
only
did the same thing.
Yeah.
yeah. And that's when I think it's okay to do that. Have the DLC, because Breath of the Wild, single player only, you don't need it. You don't need the DLC, but it makes the game, it enhances the game. You get another campaign. You get more abilities. You get a freaking motorcycle, dude. Link on a motorcycle.
Right?
A futuristic ancient motorcycle.
Yes. I love it when they try to say like, oh, it's ancient before the time of man, but it's more advanced in technology than anything else. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right. Well, think of the Forerunners. They did the same thing
I'm
there.
like, what? Dude, I've been a fan of Halo for years, and I still can't understand the Forerunner logic. It's like,
I'm glad we're on the same page as that.
How's that working?
Courtney, please introduce this person that I don't know. This is Moose.
hey, how you doing?
If you watch any of our vlogs, you have seen him before.
And I'm sorry.
I mean, no. Yes, he's kind of like becoming part of our remote.
I
crew.
am dropping things. I'm like that weird distant cousin that you go to family reunions because you hope he's there.
Right? Actually, I already have one of those that's been on our stream. My cousin. I go to his family reunions because I hope he's there. I am dead serious. This
Yes!
is literal. So yeah, you're the perfect definition of that.
Yes!
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
I love me.
Rants 2 hours about a game that then a person tries to change the subject, then tries ranting about the new subject.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi. What?
Are you trying to just encompass what we do here when I do our podcast? Then yeah, that's kind of what a podcast is.
It's accurate.
You literally described a conversation.
Right, yeah, that's pretty much it.
A conversation is just a series of elaborate interruptions.
That's a good way of putting it. All right. Anyways, elaborate interruption. Let's move on.
Okay,
Well,
so
you mentioned a game.
yes, I'm going through this list, and I'm a huge Star Wars nut. There's a Star Wars game on here, and I didn't
is?
hear about it until just now.
Oh well, they didn't.
I don't, it has no context. It's just the title of the game. I don't. This
is
could
it-
be a mobile game
these,
for all I know.
These are in alphabetical order. I see. I see what's happening
Yeah,
here.
I need to know what this is.
Jedi Fallen Order.
So,
TBA.
so at EA's press conference, it was the most boring press conference,
Good.
and they
Not good. Bad. Sorry.
first of all, what happened was the whoever was host, I don't remember her name. Whoever was hosting the press conference, she was kind of funny, and she went out to the audience, and the guy from the design director from Respawn, who's doing this new Star Wars game, because Respawn's doing a new Star Wars game, and it's an open world, no idea what it's about. All they did was talk to him, and they were just like, "Can we know anything?" And he was basically like, "This is the title of the game. I can't tell you anything else." And that's all they did. They didn't show a title screen. They didn't show a trailer. There was no concept art. He was just like,
So
it's-
literally, the title of the game that's on this piece of paper is as much context
that is all the
Wow.
that was in
information
the
we
conference.
have. That is all the information. Well, I shouldn't say all the information. The only
It's
thing
an
he
open world
said,
Star Wars game titled Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
yeah, and he basically said the game's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. It's set in a much darker world where they were hunting Jedis or whatever.
So it's either going to be Order 66 or it's going to be Old Republic.
Right.
You'd be like Sith or Mandalorian.
Like Old Republic would be awesome.
Oh, rumor has it they're actually going to make an Old Republic trilogy of movies. Yes.
Movies?
Yes, there's two.
Oh, I
there's
did-
gonna be-
I did
There's
hear
going to
this.
be
Yes.
two new trilogies set in new timelines.
Yes.
And one of those trilogies is rumored to be in the Old Republic era.
Really?
Much darker
Yes.
movies.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds amazing to me.
Yes.
Yes. Because I feel like with all the reboots and with all the
That's the kind of
All
stuff
that
I
stuff.
want to
Yeah.
see. This
With
new
all the
crap is
reboots-
garbage to me.
I liked Force Awakens. I didn't care much for Last Jedi.
Let me rephrase that. I like it. I'd rather have what you're telling me.
Fair. Okay. Yes. The problem is with these new movies, and yes, we are intentionally going off on a different subject because this is Star Wars now.
Talk about E3, but okay.
We're talking about E3, and then we started talking about Star Wars, and I'm here, so get used to this. The problem is with Star Wars is that the fans want to see certain things. Then when they get the movies, they're disappointed because it's not what they would have made
You're
if
right.
they were in charge.
It's not what they
That's true.
envisioned.
Yes.
There's always going to be two sides to each one. Either you're going to have somebody says there's too much change, or someone that it says it was too safe. No matter what you do,
Yeah.
so you
Right.
just do what you do. You know,
Just do what you do, and if you don't like it, watch a different movie.
right?
I mean, Star Wars is big enough to where they have just about every topic involved somewhere in the lore now. And if you don't like that aesthetic, then just read the aesthetic you're used to and all that. What's
I
going
think
on?
it's me.
I was wondering. I'm like, why am I hearing an echo?
I turned him down a bit.
Okay, your microphone was picking up your headset. So
Oh.
Check.
I think that's what it was.
So yeah, she just like talked to him in the audience, and he was like, "Here's a title. It's much darker." That's all we got.
Wow.
But
If it's a
before
massive
that,
open world Star Wars game, I'm hyped for it.
right,
Bravo.
right.
Let's just hope they actually have something to give us next E3.
But before that, it was hilarious because Battlefront 2 made an appearance on stage.
Wait, what?
Battlefront
yeah,
2.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
done with
yeah, yeah.
DLC with that game.
It was hilarious because, like, I forget what came before it, but the guy came out on stage and he was like, "I'm here for Battlefront," and he made his apology, which was so terrible. It was such a terrible apology of how they wrecked the game.
I
And then
made this
he's
game.
like,
I'm sorry.
he finished
he-
his. It was
Wait, okay, hold on.
hilarious.
He apologized.
He apologized. He was like, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he
Wow.
was basically like, we're sorry. You know, we have learned from what the community has said. We're trying to fix things, and we're adding more content. And then he tried like saving himself by saying this new mode that we added with the Ewoks is so far it's been the most popular one. We've got a lot of feedback on that one. And then he was just like, but we're not done there. And they panned over to the audience, and like 10 dudes were just like.
Bad timing.
And they
Is that-
literally announced, they didn't even say it was going to be free. Nothing was going to be free. They announced 4 new DLC characters. And
Really?
they didn't even say they were going to be free.
Of course they did.
Here's the thing: all
It's
the
EA. How
all the
dare they?
DLC in Battlefront 2 up to this point is free now. They did make the leveling up system a little easier.
They did say they made level progression easier.
Yeah, it used to be where you needed a type of credits
Yeah.
that was really hard to get in game in order to level up your stat cards.
I'm just gonna put my.
But-
I don't know. I don't know whose it is. I'm doing Moose's first because I
Let's see.
think it's actually Moose's.
check. Hello. Check. Hello.
Hey Matt, talk.
Yo.
Yeah.
I think it was Matt because I heard Matt through my earphones while they were around my neck. But anyway, yeah, Battlefront 2. It used to be where in order to level up something, you had to. There was like 2 or 3 different types of credits in the game, and now there is like one type of credit and another. There's the 2 types of credits, and then one of them's used specifically for upgrade points.
Yeah.
And these upgrade points are it's like a mix of circle game and Italian circle game.
The upgrade
I'm
point.
a punch you. I'm a punch you.
But yeah, it's a little frustrating because it's still hard to get these credits in game.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, just give me. That's why I like Overwatch. You don't need. It's like Overwatch and Smash Bros. You don't need to level up your characters and your stats.
Right.
You just need to get good.
Get
Gotta
good.
get good.
Get good.
You just gotta get good.
Courtney, by the way, it is called Redone, not Remastered.
Yes.
It's literally called Resident Evil 2 Remastered. Excuse me,
Yes.
Redone. I don't know why they decided to do that, but I guess that's what they decided to do. I don't know anything about this, but I've been hearing a whole lot about this, and people are raving about it for some reason.
Tetris Effect.
And yes,
Day one purchase.
It is a PSVR Tetris game. Please tell me that it's going to be like a down
Wait!
where you have to dodge the Tetris blocks.
or you like grab them in midair and place them.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Can this seriously be a thing?
I was actually referring to Anthem.
Yes.
Anthem
Yes, Becky.
looks awesome.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's being described as the Iron Man game we've always wanted.
Yes. I actually played the Iron Man movie game.
Me too. Man.
The first level, the tutorial level, you're literally running around murdering terrorists to Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
It actually happened in game.
Oh, that's great.
That sounds amazing.
It was. It sucked.
Okay,
but
let's
it
watch
was.
the trailer really quick.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Let's
it's
just switch
so
over
awesome.
to that.
need
I
this-
actually have not seen this
check,
yet,
check.
so
I
I'm
can't hear
very
myself.
Curious.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Wait, I can hear myself a little bit.
Yeah, this game looks
and left our
fantastic.
world in chaos.
After
Created
this, show them the announcement
Alter.
video from last year in case they don't know. Show them where the
Destroy.
hype came from.
The anthem is all that remains.
Also, this song is just perfect
There's a storm
for
coming.
this game.
These walls can't protect us forever.
Totally looks like Destiny 2 armor.
Yeah.
They're saying it's EA's answer to Destiny with 4-man squads.
For games like this, I don't mind customizing your character.
Right.
But for competitive shooters, leave it at standard, please. Superhero landing.
Somebody call Stan Lee. We got a copyright.
Yep. Is that Dr. Doom?
Nice.
That's neat. I love giant monsters.
Brayden, thank you so much for the host. That no doubt looks amazing.
Yeah. February 22nd.
Oh, good. It's close.
Yes, it's close.
Now,
Okay.
show them the announcement video from last year because
Okay.
this is the video that made everyone fall in love.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
Okay,
oh.
what's like they need to see this to know it. Is basically what you're telling me.
Yes, because the cinematic trailer, it was cool, but it didn't give any context to how hype it was. It could have been like, okay, it's just a really cool cinematic.
Okay, so you're talking about the gameplay trailer.
Yes, the one where they actually showed it at, that one, the one from E3
That one,
last
okay.
year.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull that up really quick.
This was like part of their conference, and they were actually playing it like real time. I don't know if it was pre-recorded or not, but it might have been.
Here's John Warner from Bioware to show you Anthem.
Is this last year's?
This is last year's E3.
Yes.
Hi, I'm John Warner,
this is
game
last
director for Anthem. Here is the world premiere of Anthem's gameplay.
I think you can find this without the commentary somewhere, but I don't care.
Oh wow,
I just heard a beep.
this is gameplay.
This is in-game footage.
I accidentally turned my mic off.
You want to turn it up?
No, I turned it off. By
Oh.
mistake. I turned it off in my pocket.
Freelancer.
Fraxley,
Listen. Big trouble. Big trouble.
what did you do?
I want to say I've seen that actor before.
Mistake.
Because they do that now. They have
I hired
actors.
Some people.
Yeah.
They weren't freelancers. I
Check,
know.
check. Hello, can you hear
They
me?
said they could handle it, and the price
Yep.
was right. I thought maybe
Unbelievable.
you're right. It was stupid. I'm sorry. But they're still out there. Somewhere. If you could just bring them back. Anything you need.
That's got to be cutscene. Like in-game cutscene.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
In the world of Anthem, you and your friends are freelancers, the heroes who leave the safety of the walls of Fort Tarsus to explore the unknown and protect humanity. Let's join two players as they head out on an expedition.
Hey, Paul. You ready to go?
We're just grabbing some supplies. Just about ready.
What are you going to use today?
Can someone say Fallout?
I'm gonna
Yes.
use my Ranger. Try out some new
Power
upgrades.
armor.
We don't run out of fusion cells.
They better not have that kind of mechanic. That just
Oh my.
frustrated
Yeah.
me.
I don't think they will. It's just their suits.
Could be like Warframe, where when you're in like the bazaar, then
Yeah.
Every player will own an
it's kind of
array
like
of
neutral. No
exosuits we
weapons
call
can be
javelins.
activated or something like
These
that.
suits give players superhuman capabilities and are heavily customizable so they look and play how you want.
Yeah, see customizable armor and
Man,
details.
Looking good. Nice. You've got a mortar equipped.
Yeah, I got it on the weekend. Lead the way. I'll follow.
Like these are the actual players.
Yeah, there's
conversing
supposed
with
to
each
be
other.
people talking. Like they're playing online right now.
You know what? Now I vaguely remember this.
This is a vast open world you explore with your friends. Each Javelin exosuit has its own unique playstyle. The Ranger is balanced and all-purpose, while the Colossus is a tanking powerhouse.
All right. Let's see what's up here.
This looks like it's going to be a hybrid between Destiny and Warframe.
The world of Anthem is hostile, and threats can come from any direction. This dynamic world where the unexpected is around every corner.
Why does this remind me of Monster
Seems
Hunter?
like a problem.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's basically Monster Hunter meets Warframe.
We're getting some fire from ahead.
I mean, visuals. I gotta say this does look beautiful.
Yeah.
But this is EA, so I'm skeptical.
I'm
you
skeptical
should
about
be.
a lot. Like, remember No Man's Sky?
Oh, don't even get me started.
It's
yeah,
it's out.
I don't. So I let hype only go so far anymore. But this does look good. I
Wow.
like it.
I'm gonna say, like straight up, I believe that if this game ends up being what it's showing it's going to be, then I would say that it's like next
Yeah.
big game, next like big deal game.
Yeah.
But it's EA, so I'm
Yeah.
super skeptical.
another thing too is with this being a multiplayer game, could this have any PvP? Could it be pay to win? There's
Exactly.
a lot that
That's
could.
the part that I fear. You know.
This looks like it's going to have a lot going right for it, but so much could go wrong if they're not careful.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It really could. What I was going to ask a question about it. Oh yeah, no, I was going to mention, and this is fully cross-platform. This is.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a PS4 exclusive. This is actually PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Now here's
Which,
the real
if
question.
you ask me, I think those visuals are PC. That looked way too good to be a console rendering, in my opinion. Maybe in the Xbox One X, but I don't know, man.
We'll see.
That looked beautiful.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. Who knows? But that, if I was a betting man, that definitely looked like it was on NVIDIA 1080i, 1080 Ti.
Now here's one people probably don't care about, but I'm going to make a note of anyway. Team Sonic Racing. It's basically a Mario Kart. I haven't seen anything on it. I'm just going by what my cousin, who's actually a fan of the Sonic franchises, said. He said basically it looks like a Mario Kart ripoff, but Sonic, but it looks good enough that he actually wants it, and that intrigues me about it.
I played the first one, the first Sonic racing game. It was cool.
Sonic R?
No.
Okay,
It was
okay, good.
there was like a kind of like a Mario Kart Sonic game
Yeah.
already. It was
There
on
was one that came
360.
out
Yeah,
for the
the one-
360.
yeah.
I just got it for free, and I haven't played it.
Yeah,
It's
this,
all right.
This is probably just like a spiritual successor to that.
Yeah.
But apparently it looks good enough to make note of. So I don't
Right.
know. Keep an eye out for that one. I'm
Court-
kind of.
Courtney, I don't agree. That looks like it had to be on the X. That was far too high definition to me.
It looked honestly PS4. It could have been any of them.
You're right. I could be wrong. Maybe they just do a really good job of optimizing, but it looked too beautiful to me. It's too crisp.
Okay, so
Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Do we even want to talk about that?
I'm not
No.
a Call of Duty fan.
Okay, moving on.
I think
I
we
heard
should
it's a
save
great
this
game.
one for last because this one will probably
yeah.
talk
Yes,
extensively about.
definitely.
Let's
Um,
wait.
there is something I want to mention really quick. I heard nothing about Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
All right.
That's happening?
It's
Is there a
happening.
trailer
I
for
heard
that?
that it's happening.
happening. So, like
I heard that it's happening.
I really liked the Division 1. Webster and I played it a lot, and
I heard people love that game.
it's a really good game. They just did like this thing or that thing that people didn't agree with. Like the loot system was still a little weird, but the second one it looks amazing. So basically, the whole premise of the game is a virus got spread on Black Friday. Somebody put like a disease on like dollar bills and like released it on Black Friday. So it's like, yeah, everybody died. Like it post-apocalyptic. And it was in New York. Now the second one takes place in DC. But it's a really cool game. The way they do the tech in this game is cool. Like when you pull up your map, it doesn't like pause the game and show you a map. It actually like the guy will put it on the ground, and it's like this 3D platform that you can like play with to look around the map and whatnot. And it's
That's pretty cool.
the tech
That's
in it is really
different.
cool. But it's a very it's basically like Destiny. The first game had 4-man squads, which that's what upset a lot of people because the world's so big, like 4 people in this giant world. They did announce that you can now have 8-man squads in the second game.
Yeah,
It's going to be bigger.
for the Tom Clancy game.
But it is a super fun game. It's a really fun game. Huge world.
So
yeah,
Division 2 is what you're saying.
Division 2, yeah. Division 2 sounds to be pretty awesome.
I'm gonna-
And then they dropped the bomb, a good bomb. They said, "Oh, we're going to have 3 episodes as DLC coming out to extend the story." Blah blah blah. He's explaining them. They're all going to be free.
All right. Well,
Free
Tom
DLC.
All
Clancy-
free
I
content.
love
Free
Tom
DLC
Clancy
is
stuff.
the best DLC.
Episodes 1, 2, and 3 all free.
Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy coming to Switch. Yes, thank you,
Awesome.
Lord, for that.
Yes.
I didn't have a PlayStation growing up, so I missed out on the Crash Bandicoot.
I just love the fact that it's like almost
Like,
a slap
hype.
to PlayStation's face. Like, hey, this is our game. You basically said, take Spyro with you and take Crash with you. It's not specifically just Sony's assets.
Yeah.
It's Activision's assets, and they said, "Oh, by the way, screw you guys. We're going to put you on your old competitor's platform." I
Ooh.
love that. By the
Right,
way,
yeah.
we're gonna release it on your competitor and Spyro, which I'm dying for.
Oh
But
man, yeah.
can I point something out? I'm crying right now. I saw this 2 seconds ago. What is this?
Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon is coming to the Switch.
What?
It's coming to the Switch.
Roller Coaster Tycoon Switch?
They didn't. They didn't.
I never
show
played it,
off
but
at
I've
the
seen enough
Direct.
videos of that game to love it.
Hold on a second, though. That was supposed to be crowdfunded, and it's not even close to being done to the crowdfund.
Did
So are they just going to do it anyway?
They're just gonna do it.
They're just gonna do it. It's gonna be incomplete, and every roller coaster is gonna end in fire. It's gonna be great.
No, I was so excited when it came out for the mobile. I'm like, it's the classic Roller Coaster Tycoon that I love.
Yeah.
The 1 and 2. That was my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
And they played it like 3 times, and I never played it again.
Right.
Because it's not really made for touch interface. So the fact that they're putting it on the Switch, I really hope that makes it so much better.
Yeah. One thing though, nothing from Borderlands.
That upset me a lot. I really wanted to see Borderlands
I
3.
heard
Yeah.
that Borderlands 3 was in the works.
Yeah,
Is it?
it is.
Yeah.
It's confirmed that they're doing it. They just didn't show it off this year.
It's their side stuff, the prequels and the Telltale.
The Telltale one
Meh.
was great. I'm not a fan of Telltale stuff. I mean, they're good, but I'm not a fan. But the Borderlands one, I loved it.
Hmm.
It was,
Yeah, that was really good.
yeah.
That was
I
cool.
did watch the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 one that Webster did a stream through of on our channel. That was pretty cool. Telltale's great. It's just sometimes I feel like they try to do the same thing on with too many things.
There's an oversaturation of their games now.
Yeah.
They did announce the final season of The Walking Dead one. They're done with him after this
Walking
season.
Dead's still going on?
Their final season, yeah. Like the Clementine, I think is her name. She's like 20 years old now in this one.
Wow.
Wow. Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. Oh my. The Doom remake that they did that came out in 2016 was so. Because I am a huge fan of Doom. Like, I remember playing Doom on my grandpa's, like, Mac on, like, floppy disk.
I'm actually tempted to buy it for the Switch.
Dude, like, it
Just to have it on
was
the-
so
I
good.
played it. I got it on GameFly. I played it. I'm not a Doom fan, so maybe it was not great. Maybe, but
I loved Doom because like I appreciated the newest one because it was so classic with like the horde of demons and the chaos. It was amazing. But this one they just showed a CG trailer. Still good enough for me.
let's show that real quick. As soon as I switch to it.
As soon as they showed this, I'm like, it's Doom. It's a new Doom.
You heard that Doom when you
I heard
knew
the
it's
Doom.
And the red fire everywhere.
The
Yeah.
fire and the
You immediately identify
blood
this.
and guts.
These squigglies. Buddy of mine's a big fan of this
Cyber
franchise.
demons.
And he's like a fan of the music. We'll be on road trips. We hand him the aux cord. He plays the soundtrack for this game.
It's a really cool metal soundtrack.
That looks amazing.
I think it looks great. I can't wait. I love Doom.
Is that the new one, or is that the one that
Doom Eternal.
already?
That's
Okay.
that's the new one.
Okay.
They didn't say much about it. All they said was it's going to have twice as many demons. There's new races of demons. There's a few new weapons, which is huge for Doom because Doom is known for their iconic weapons like the plasma rifle, the BFG, the
Yeah.
rocket launcher, the shotgun. Like that's what the game's all about is their weapons, and they said they're adding new ones, so that's cool. But other than that, that's all they showed, and then they were like, "It exists." Bye.
Well, here's the thing I noticed, and I'm gonna say it because I'm the Nintendo dude. Sorry. Switch is not on this
For what?
for Doom. That one's not coming to the Switch.
The first one is they're probably going to do the same thing they're doing with the first game is like they'll release it at a later date or something. But yeah, it's not coming up to Switch for at launch. So
I'm thinking it's gonna be similar to what they're doing with Dark Souls. They have new ones coming out, but they're re-releasing them
Right.
remasters on the Switch.
Yeah.
While technology is slowly catching up with the older ones.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You want to keep talking about Bethesda's press conference?
We got 4 Elder Scrolls things on this list. I love that.
4 Elder Scrolls things on this list.
I know. Like one of them's, 2 of them are on like mobile games, and one of them's a DLC for Elder Scrolls Online. But the fact that there's even anything Elder Scrolls on here, I'm hyped about. And one of them is legitimate Elder Scrolls 6. I know we have no context for the game other than it exists.
Can I just say that Bethesda is such a hierarchy in the gaming industry at this point that they're like, hey guys, guess what? There's a title screen, and everybody lost their minds.
It went absolutely insane. They literally showed nothing
They
except
had no-
landscape.
And people are just like,
Normies. That's what happened. They went nuts.
thing
It's
is-
like this could be the most crappiest game, and these are just stock footage. You don't know.
But we do know because it's Elder Scrolls.
yeah.
We're getting a new Elder Scrolls, and we love this.
But Jeff,
But
you
Jeff,
just watched Halo Infinite and freaking schoolgirled all over that, and it showed no gameplay. What are you saying?
But you know what I love is
Because of their hierarchy that you're talking
their
about.
hierarchy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the word you
they
use
can
improperly.
do that.
yeah, it's true.
I know what you meant.
They're giving us mobile games, and we're okay with it.
iOS, Elder Scrolls Legends, and Elder Scrolls Blades.
Blades intrigues me because it
Right.
looked like I haven't seen any video on it, but from the preview screens and the stuff that they post on Facebook and stuff, it looks like they're trying to make an actual Elder Scrolls game
That's
as they can for phones.
Check it out, man. It's crazy. You can play it in portrait mode too, so you can play it with one hand.
Okay, I have to see this.
Oh, I was just gonna do.
It's
Voice
pretty
over only.
yeah, because he narrates the whole thing.
Here it
so
is.
Oh, okay.
Blades, at its heart, is a pure Elder Scrolls game.
I'm impressed, but I'm scared of
first-person RPG
screen controls.
with console quality graphics,
he does.
but with a
He
uniquely
goes into pretty good detail.
mobile experience.
See how
Believe
he's-
me when I say you have to see this running on an iPhone 10. This gigantic screen does not do it justice. You can tap to move or use dual sticks. Combat is all new, and it follows your specific movements and timings.
That's insane. But I feel like it just would feel clunky,
Yeah.
But this is amazing to me that something like this would be on a phone.
But the quality of it
Harkening
is
back
insane to
the
me.
first
Yes,
Elder
like
Scrolls
visual
Arena,
qualities.
This looks
game
better than
features
Oblivion.
both handcrafted and
I mean, even back then,
procedurally
Oblivion
generated
was
dungeons.
kind of blocky to me, but I mean,
And it's not just melee. You have a range of abilities and spells you can use.
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna point out something that no one's really mentioned about this. When you're in battle
And of
and when you're
course,
doing certain things,
you
it
can
looks
create your
like
own
the game is on
character
rails.
and be who you want to be.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Improving them, leveling up.
So when you fight the
picking new
guys, you're not
abilities.
staffing around them and slicing them. You're standing there and just swiping the screen back and forth.
They're like quick time events.
And the entire
Almost.
game can be played in portrait mode.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
How do you do battle like that?
Well, like you said, it's
That
on
was
rails. It
incredibly
was it would
important to us
almost
that
be
you could
like
play it however you wanted.
the enemy telegraphs his moves, and
You
you
never
have
know. You
to
don't need a
click
free
on a
hand.
certain attack at a certain timing to
To
counteract
hold your
it.
coffee. What do you? Degenerates.
Degenerates. I love how he just insults the fans.
See how
for
he's going
existing.
straight forward? He's not looking
And it's
around.
not just dungeons.
Oh wow,
It's
that's beautiful.
incredible.
That is.
Outdoor areas.
That is.
Yes,
insane.
That's
running
Unreal
on a
Engine, I'm
phone,
telling you that right now.
It really looks and plays incredible.
That's totally Unreal Engine. It feels so on rails though.
What if it is? Like,
It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not a game that people still won't want to play.
I
but
want this. Like, I don't get hyped about mobile games, but this
Blades
one.
has several modes of play. First, the Abyss, a roguelike experience where you can see how far you can go in an endless dungeon. And the Arena, where you will do battle one-on-one against other players.
Hmm.
And the main mode,
Okay, so
The
basically
town.
live,
this is the hub
basically live
for your
fighting each
story
other,
and quests.
which would be interesting over a 4G
you
connection.
are a member of the Blades.
It's like trying to play Halo
the Empire's
over
top
4G.
agents.
Just doesn't work.
Forced in exile,
Good. You actually get to
return home
be
to
a
find
member
your
of the
town
Blades. I love the
destroyed
Blades.
and need to rebuild it. Yes, Blades also features a town building mode.
Wait a
You'll
minute. I
decide
know
what
this
your
town.
town
This is
looks
Shadenal,
like
isn't
and be
it?
able to upgrade
Well, he said
and
that they're
decorate
harkening back to Arena,
all of the
Elder
individual
Scrolls Arena.
elements in it. As your town levels up, you'll unlock new NPCs, quests, and more. You can even visit your friends' towns.
Ooh.
This is Animal Crossing, but better.
That's
But
pretty
like
cool.
on an insane scale. I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh,
You got
good.
Moose. You got Moose trying to actually
applauding.
clap.
I'm actually applauding to this.
Hey, that was pretty good. That was actually, in my opinion, one of the best mobile game visual things I've seen out of the
Yeah.
company. Because I've
Yeah.
seen first-person shooters honestly look that good, but not like true adventure AAA games.
Yeah.
That people like. I know that brand. I want to play that, and this
Yeah.
is what I want to be doing. Pretty much any game like that. I would say if they put Doom on a cell phone like that and made it
Yeah.
playable,
Yeah.
people would be raving and crying about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I know I would.
Like, I thought it was impressive when they put Minecraft on phones.
Well, yeah.
Granted, Minecraft is Minecraft.
Well,
They
I
don't
still
have graphics.
I still have a level of bitterness about that one. They split it, and they never should have. I bet you, if they would have figured out a way, maybe re-optimizing the Java version, maybe okay. I'm just gonna make this short, sweet, and to the point, because otherwise you're gonna get me on a tangent. If they would have made me have the ability to connect to my main Minecraft server and play on mobile, on Xbox, on PS4, on my tablet, on my Surface, all of that with the same world, with the same features, with the same ability,
With the same people.
with the same people,
Right.
Like play on your phone while your buddy's at home on his PS4.
imagine how big that would become.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But they had to split the market, and even the consoles can't all play together.
Right.
The heck?
Yeah. Well,
Now,
visiting
part of that's Sony's fault. They blocked it. But
yeah.
Another thing too is like PC is like a dozen updates ahead of consoles. So you go to PC and they have features and creatures. I did not mean to rhyme.
features and creatures.
I did not. I didn't.
soft
I
rhyme.
didn't mean it. I'm sorry. But
Promise?
yeah, no. But anyway,
Same.
they had so much more than console. Like I've only really played Minecraft on console. I played like a bootleg version on my PC way back in the day, and then I bought it for console. And then my brother, who played it on PC, he showed me his map, and I'm like, "What the heck even are these?" He's like, "Oh yeah, those are ocelots." I'm like,
What?
Right.
"What's an ocelot?
Right.
You have horses? What the?" And
Right.
like he's showing me all these different like materials and stuff. I'm like, "These don't exist in the PS4."
It's almost
version."
like you're playing your own bootleg version of Minecraft.
Yeah,
in a
but it's the
different
official version.
way. Right. It's
Yeah.
it's a done, and I get it.
It's almost like the version you paid for is the knockoff.
There's a visual optimization. You can't put everything in it, but there is things you can do to maybe dumb down the PC version a little, or
Maybe.
make a version that you could. Okay, now you can jump to this.
Another thing too is I
all
think the
that.
PC version, or at least in some versions that I've played, the world is infinite, and
It
if
is.
you hit a certain edge of the map, it'll randomly generate more map.
Yep.
Whereas in the console, there is a wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now there is no reason. I can tell you that right now. There is no reason why console cannot have that infinability. Now there is a limit, and it's going to be lower than a PC because the space and the hard drive is smaller. Of course it is, but that doesn't mean you can't put it to the max of what the biggest one you have.
Yeah.
And go from there.
I think there should just be a universal cap
Yes.
for cross-platforming maps. It should be bigger than what the consoles are giving us, but it should be smaller than PCs, so that way they can all compromise and they can run
Right.
everything.
I agree.
And give me an ocelot.
I wanted ocelot.
What?
I don't know what I was going with that.
scare me.
I'm
too.
gonna leave Gears 5 to you guys really quick.
I fell out of Gears a long time ago, and I hoped it would die, and I didn't know it existed until I saw it on my phone screen.
I've never really been a fan of Gears.
Okay.
I like the franchise. I've never
I'm gonna go
invested in it. I've played the first
We'll
one.
get some water for us.
Hated
guys.
the controls.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. it's
To
such
my
a
knowledge,
weird
Gears of
game.
War, the first one, was kind of like the predecessor of modern third-person shooter gaming. At the time, it was amazing, but it had a lot to be desired. It was clunky.
Yeah.
It was not intuitive. My all-time favorite video game, and I can actually say, like, I'm very indecisive on a lot of things, but I can honestly say that my all-time favorite video game is Transformers Fall of Cybertron.
Really?
It's a weird one. I'm a huge Transformers nerd. Like,
Okay.
I love Transformers.
Okay.
Everything about it. And that game was just a pure, like, nerd fest for me. That said, that didn't take away from the fact that it was one of the best video game experiences I've had. It had smooth controls, intuitive combat. Like, everything was just perfect to me. It had one of the best cinematic story modes I've ever seen in my life. It was a movie. I still play it. This movie it's a movie to me. This movie that I play, it came out like what, 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's an older game, and I still play it. I'm probably gonna go home and play it sometime this week. Like I was
you
playing
mentioned it.
Yeah. That game kind of spoiled it for me because they learned a lot from. That's a third-person shooter as well. They learned a lot of like do's and don'ts from Gears of War, at least from the first one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what gears they were on when Fall of Cybertron came out, but you go from one of the smoothest gameplays that I've ever done to the original. It's like going from a motorcycle to a bicycle, and you don't know what pedals are.
Yeah. It's night and day.
It was, and it was so jarring.
That's
like,
crazy.
I almost it almost made me not want to invest into any other of the games because I wanted to play them to learn the story, but the gameplay was just so hard for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, Fall of Cybertron. I love that game. I wish more people would play it because they brought it over to PS4, and I can't get any achievements because nobody is on multiplayer anymore.
Oh.
It's so sad.
But yeah, I didn't ever get too into Gears. Like one of my best friends was like disgustingly good at those games, but it's so funny because with the Gears games, I've never seen a more like divided audience. Like everybody has like different opinions for each game. Like each game's like control scheme and like the gameplay, the physics, everything is like vastly different with each game. And it's funny because like nobody can agree on like there are still people out there who are like the first one's the best one.
I couldn't stand the controls though.
I hated it. There was no chance of me getting any good at that game.
Yeah. Woo! Thank you, sir.
But so yeah, I'm just not a Gears fan anymore. And then they had like Gears Tactics, which I didn't even look into. It's like a top-down. It's like an isometric strategy game. It's like an isometric horde mode, basically.
Okay. Like I want to try them because I want to know the story, but I'm not real. I like.
The stories are cool, but they're not. They're very simple.
I'm into that stuff though. I like turning my brain down a notch.
Yeah, yeah.
Just enjoying the colors.
It definitely gets a little bit more in depth at the end of the third game, where you think it ends or whatever, and now there's a fourth one and the fifth one's coming out.
Yeah. We need to get my buddy Isaac on.
I
here
actually
because
didn't
he's a
even
huge
watch
Gears
this.
fan and,
Let's go ahead and throw the trailer up for
He'd
those
like
that do
know all
love
the
Gears, because
references.
I know there's plenty of gamers out
Oh,
there
for
that
sure.
do love Gears of War. So
For
let's
sure, for
pop
sure.
into that real quick.
I didn't even watch this actually.
I didn't either.
cold.
It's a new theme, I guess. It's going to be really cold.
I thought that was the Fallout.
That was the
Vault
same. That was the same piano key as
For
Halo
Halo.
3.
The jingle.
I'm like, wait a minute, is this Halo 3 music?
Kate.
No.
No. Kate, you can't see this. You don't want to see this.
It looks nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Kate? I'm sorry.
That's the son of the main
Marcus
character.
Phoenix, yeah.
Thanks.
I never beat the fourth one. I have it. I
Come
never
here.
beat it.
Of course.
Can I recommend we maybe get these people out of here?
Hey, just
Is that
slow
Marcus
down.
or is that his
Father's
son?
right. We need to move.
What are you talking? He's dead, man. Give her a minute.
She'll get her minute in the Raven.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Now we need to leave.
I'm not going.
Excuse me?
For months now, I've been having these dreams. Nightmares. But I think they were messages.
What?
Something's happening to me.
Like a locust.
Your grandmother's? No,
Gosh,
we'll deal with
he's
this
still
later. Father's
alive.
rounding
What an
people
old
up.
man.
I need help.
There's a place up north. I think we can find you answers there.
No. Absolutely not. We have orders.
Okay.
You'll go with
Probably
me.
some context
God damn it,
from
both of you,
previous
listen.
games.
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
never
with
beat
you.
the fourth one. I
Look,
guess
you're missing
Dave
Joe.
Batista wants to play Marcus Phoenix in a
I'll
Gears
push Jack
movie.
coordinates. No, Corporal. You're coming back.
I
to
can
work
see
here.
that.
I can see it.
I really can see
I
that.
can see it.
Well, Captain, screw your order. This isn't about you. It's about me. I need to fix this.
I like that.
Hey, watch her. Her necklace? That's a locust symbol.
Yeah, so.
She would never be our enemy by choice. I know
Yeah,
that.
because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
Ugh,
Where are we
that's
going?
cool.
Back to where it all began.
Really?
That's how you steer.
No, hold on a second. They're trying to get from one place to another, not have fun. That looked. The only purpose of that looked like was for fun.
Well, I mean, they're probably in a very hellish lifestyle. They need something. Look at that. That looks like it came out of hell.
So now
That
we're just
looks
mixing,
like hell.
Now we're mixing Doom and Gears.
I mean, it's always
I
been
mean, that's
like
literally
that,
the thing
but
Really?
from the Doom
There's
trailer.
there's new enemies, obviously, but
yeah,
that's
looks
new.
like, that looks like a hunter. Yeah, this does. It looks like Doom. That wasn't a mannequin. Or was it? It might have been like hunters, where they're things that take over technology.
Hey. What are you...
Why did you come here with me? What did JD tell you?
Ended with fire this time around, if you noticed that. Huh.
Contrast.
That looked pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that
I'm
was
gonna
a,
say that actually looked pretty cool.
that was a
Yeah.
good way to show the game off.
I think I will, given if I get the chance, look into the franchise. Like, I want to play it, I want to know, but with campaigns that are continuations, they're like movies. You
They're
can't
not
watch,
bad. They're not bad. They're
you
very
can't
interesting
watch,
stories.
You can't play Gears 5 without playing 4
Right.
and down the line. And I've only played Gears 1.
And I
that was
played
years ago.
3 and I was not impressed. I didn't. I got bored of it like that. But I don't like third-person shooters.
Okay, fair. And this is kind of like the
You
standard.
will not like the Division.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't even got a chance to play that though, so I don't want to be unfair
It's
to
very,
that.
very different. But
Let's-
anyway,
Let's pop into something else major really quick. Actually, this is more of a side note, but it's still major in my opinion. Fortnite on Switch.
On Switch.
I hate Fortnite. I freaking hate Fortnite.
I know what you're gonna say. Finish your sentence.
I'm now interested.
Right? I downloaded it as soon as he said it was available.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't done it yet, but I almost did because I was at
Wait,
work.
it's available now?
Yeah, you
right
can download
now.
it right
It's
now.
like they announced it and they're like, download
is
it right
it free?
now.
Yes.
It's free. It's free.
Okay, because a buddy of mine tried to get me into it on the Xbox. I don't remember if it was Xbox. It was PS4. And he's like, okay, you need to try this new game out called Fortnite. I'm like, all right, I'll look into it. Yeah, it's free. So I get it, and they're like, yeah, here, you can play the demo version, but the full version's
Okay.
not out for another month. And I'm like, what?
Okay, there's a whole nother version that you can play of Fortnite. It's more of a campaign style, but it's not.
a story campaign.
It's a
kinda.
story campaign, but like no one really cares about it. The
Yeah.
whole meat of Fortnite is what it is already and what is free. That's the thing about it. And I don't like Fortnite. I've tried playing it. Trent's tried
Can't
really
stand it.
hard getting me to play that darn game.
I can't stand it.
It's okay, but it's not my kind of game. I just don't like spending so much time in one world. I'm sorry, in one match to get destroyed in one kill with no respawn
Yeah.
and then have to start all over. I mean, to some people, I see the appeal. I don't like it. Now, for some odd reason, the fact that it's on Switch just changed my mind almost immediately.
Which
I
is
don't
why
know why.
I love the Switch so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it's not just the fact that it's a Switch, because they moved Doom to Switch, and I hate it. And I still hate it like I did before, so... I don't know,
I'll be
maybe...
completely honest. The selling point for Switch for me was portable Skyrim.
Yeah, I get that.
So portable Fortnite might be a thing.
And I thought portable Skyrim was going to make me like Skyrim. Still doesn't.
You don't like Skyrim?
No. I don't like Skyrim.
As a game or as a franchise?
Pretty much any of the Elder Scrolls I just don't like.
Oh, dude.
I know, I'm weird.
You're a Fallout guy, aren't
unpopular
I am a
opinions.
Fallout guy. I love Fallout.
you?
Unpopular.
I'm the Elder
opinions.
Scrolls guy.
See, one of my best friends is like that. He can't stand Fallout. He doesn't like Fallout, but
Yeah.
he will sit and play Skyrim for 10 hours.
Yep.
And the thing is, that's me. Like, for me, I think it's the aesthetic. Like, gameplay-wise, they're very similar.
Sure.
Almost to the point where they're the same game at times.
You're right.
But a lot of it is just preference in aesthetic. A lot of people are into, like, 1950s Americana. They're into, like, steampunk, and they're into post-apocalyptic, and Fallout is all three. Whereas Skyrim is, at its core, just Dungeons and Dragons.
And I don't
And
like Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm
but
not going to like Skyrim.
I am the opposite of that. I'm not a fan of the Fallout aesthetic. I acknowledge that it's a fantastic game, and I love Fallout 4, but I will always choose Elder Scrolls over Fallout in any regard.
And that's a matter of preference. And I
I'm-
got to be honest, you're right about that. People say that Fallout's not an RPG as much anymore as it used to be compared to Skyrim, but in all reality, it still
It's the
has
same
aspects.
game. I
It's
mean,
still the same game.
Fallout had you can have your towns and customize that, build traps for animals, and you can customize buildings.
Yeah.
Other than physically placing the items, Skyrim had the exact same thing with their
Well, then VATS. VATS is
VATS is a completely different mechanic. Yeah, they're not the same, but they are at their core very similar. But yeah, Skyrim had the DLC where you can build a house.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I think they got the stepping stone for Fallout 4.
Yep.
And if you notice, they really piggyback off each other. Like, Oblivion was a thing, Fallout 3 was a thing, and Fallout 3 was better. Like, I've never played Fallout 3, but from what I hear, everyone still goes back to Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I love Fallout 3 to
Yeah.
death. My favorite
So
one.
Everyone
it's
says New Vegas
still
is
the
great. I
best
hated
one in
New
my
Vegas.
I don't like it either.
I didn't like New Vegas.
I thought it was all right.
Skyrim was hands down the best RPG in for me at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, even to this day, I still play Skyrim because Switch. Fallout 4 was a lot better than New Vegas, but the differences between Fallout and Skyrim were just so night and day with Fallout 4 and Skyrim.
Yep.
But there was a lot of things that Fallout took from Skyrim and improved on that I hope
Right.
Elder Scrolls 6 does.
And I bet you they will, to be honest.
Yeah. I hope that they take the customization from Fallout 4. I hope that they improve on certain aesthetics.
Now, before we move on, as long as we're talking about Skyrim and Fallout, speculations, Starfield. What do you think it's going to be like? Because obviously,
I have no idea
what you're talking
it's
You're
so
talking about,
they announced it. It's been rumored for a couple months now, but they announced Starfield, which is essentially their next IP in the same vein as Skyrim and Fallout. So it's going to be like Skyrim and Fallout, but it's their next big franchise. So it's basically going to be like, it's not, Dungeons and Dragons or the post-apocalyptic. It's going to be space exploration.
So it's basically going to be Skyrim in space.
It's Skyrim or Fallout in space.
Now this is a major AAA, just like Skyrim and Fallout.
Yeah,
I think that if that's the case,
it is.
Then I think this is going to blow Fallout and Skyrim out of the water.
Oh yeah, and that's what people are thinking.
You said, what was it?
It's called Starfield. So
Starfield. Okay.
Is there any video on it?
Is there a trailer?
There is a title screen trailer.
Okay, then that's not much.
It's
to
like
show.
the planet shines and there's a little space station satellite here in Starfield.
Then we
See,
won't
with
bother with that.
with like a sci-fi aesthetic,
It's a
You could
sci-fi
have-
Bethesda game.
you could have so much going on, dude. Like, this could be what No Man's Sky was supposed to be.
And that's what a lot of people are saying. A lot of people were saying like,
If this is
maybe
if
this is going to be the No Man's Sky we all wanted.
If this is like No Man's Sky but made out of Skyrim, then this could very well be the best video game in the world.
It's like that's what people are thinking, but it's their next big AAA title. It's their newest IP.
I don't know. I'm skeptical on. Is this Bethesda?
It's Bethesda. It is a Bethesda Game
Okay.
Studios, Bethesda Softworks game. It's just their next game.
If this is going to be the same general game as a mainstream Fallout or Elder Scrolls, this game is going to be one of the biggest successes ever. I'm going to call it right now.
Easily.
Especially if
It's just that. There's
It's-
nothing to it. It's just
it's
They
just a
just
space
show
reference.
that,
Woo, space.
That happens in Starfield.
yeah. It's,
Okay,
it's
so-
nothing too special to it.
Right.
It's just
But with the sci-fi aesthetic, you literally have a universe of possibilities here. You could have space exploration. You could have custom space stations. You could have intergalactic warfare. You could have multiplayer. Maybe this could be what No Man's Sky should have been.
And
You're
he
right.
did-
Let's
he-
hope that it
Bethesda,
is.
and Bethesda can make this happen.
Now, Todd Howard did say that here's our next big single-player experience. He did say that.
Okay,
So
so no multiplayer. But that means for a better experience.
we're probably not going to see the game till 2021, along with Elder Scrolls 6. So
fair, but still. Okay,
Yeah.
speaking of Elder Scrolls 6, no tagline.
right, we don't
Yeah.
know where it's going to be.
Yes, a lot of speculation has been for
Valenwood?
Valenwood, Elsewhere, and Argonia, the
Yeah.
Black Marsh.
I saw someone actually release a picture of it being Valenwood.
That was 3
But-
years ago, and that was a fan made.
It was
hype.
a
troll.
big
Okay.
rumor, troll rumor, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gay. Let's talk about the game that really matters to us right now. That
Yes.
we just all been avoiding this whole time.
Because we know that it's gonna end the show because nothing else will be
All right,
discussed.
So, Farming Simulator 19.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, the
I just-
tractors are so sexy, man.
Oh
Dude.
man, like the customization,
Dak
like,
Cornfield. Dak Cornfield.
that
I can't take it
beautiful
serious.
cornfield is just.
I
Oh,
Did you
it's-
see,
It's,
like-
it's making me so corny right now.
If you dude, Jeff, if you leave onions out in the sun, they get all brown, starts finding little white hairs.
Yeah!
Get Shrek.
No!
Get Shrek, son.
I got Shrek.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Oh no. Okay.
No.
Yes, we'll get to that. We're getting to that, but there's a few other ones I would like to get before we get to
Pokemon.
Just
Yes.
quickly
I'd
gloss
like to
over
get
a
to
little bit.
Pokemon.
gloss
before we
over a
get
few
to-
other ones. Let's do Fallout 76. We're gonna go over that real quick. We're gonna go over Kingdom Hearts 3 because we're for done if we don't do that. Just Dance, I'm just gonna say, is coming out for the Wii. Just Dance.
The Wii?
The Wii.
The Wii.
It
Oh
is
my
co-
gosh.
It is
Wait,
coming for.
did it say Wii? As
Yes.
in
It's not
the
even.
Wii.
It's not even on here. That's the funny thing. Because all these
I
are
thought the Wii
labeled
was
for the new
dead.
systems, and it's not even listed on here. The Just Dance 2019 is coming out. Yes, for all the new systems, but for the Wii.
You gotta be
So
kidding
that
me.
means-
Dead serious.
I love that because
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about it. The people who play Just Dance or still do probably play it on the Wii
Exactly.
or the Wii U.
Because that's the one everyone's would play it anyway.
Like, is anybody else in the room like Guitar Hero?
yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
I
Love it.
still have my Guitar Hero discs from the Wii that I play on the Wii U, and if they were to announce a new Guitar Hero that I could still use,
Oh, heck
I'd
yeah.
be so grateful for that. So the fact that they're doing that, bravo to them.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
I love that.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
just
amazing.
the greatest thing ever.
Overcooked 2 looks great.
Can I just like fandom for me? I'm
Yes.
extremely excited for Dead or Alive 6. I love Dead or Alive and Devil May Cry 5. Cannot wait to play
Oh,
that
Devil
game.
May Cry. I've heard a lot about that.
Love one of my favorite. It's my favorite hack and slash series.
Yeah. There was one other. Okay, yeah. Definitely. Let's never forget about Spyro. Trilogy. I am all over that, and I'm
Oh,
buying that
man.
the day it comes out.
Oh,
And I'll
man, yeah.
probably be doing. I know I already did a Spyro playthrough on this channel, but I'm probably going to be doing another one when it comes out.
It's a remaster. You have to.
I'll probably just jump to Ripto's Rage since I did the first one. This
Yeah.
is the first time around. And it's definitely not going to be 100% run. Resident Evil 2 remake. I'm not going to play any trailer because I don't know what it looks like, and I don't know if it's appropriate for our channel because it's Resident Evil.
It's gory, but there's no coarse language.
No.
So.
I'm really intrigued by the new Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. We're finally getting the Spider-Man game we've always wanted.
Because a lot of the the gameplay for a good Spider-Man game has always been like legendary.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man 2
Oh,
movie
yes.
game, the original Spider-Man PlayStation game, those were
Yes.
all legends.
The best.
And this game looks like they're finally giving us the updated version that we've always wanted.
Yes.
But the thing about Spider-Man is the story, and the story is only as good as the villain he is fighting.
Yeah.
The original trailer showed Mr. Negative, a character that not a lot of people even knew existed.
Right.
Like the synopsis from IMDb hinted Green Goblin, which I mean, it's Green Goblin. You gotta have Green Goblin. But this new trailer shows the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, a cat! I love cat. I want it. I want the cat. I'm allergic to cats. I
Don't
shouldn't
touch it. You're going to regret.
I
You know you
know.
will.
I'm allergic to cats, but I freaking love cats. It's the cruelest irony. But anyway, Sinister Six. I love it. I love the look that they're giving them. It's a very good classic yet modern aesthetic. Like
it is
kind of how they do in the more recent cartoons, and I love that. But the final character revealed in the trailer was not revealed at all. It was just like he's back up against the wall being the edge of a roof. And then someone climbs up. He looks and he's like, "You, I bet money that's Doc Ock."
Yeah. I didn't think of that.
I would say my hope would be that it's Venom. Venom's my favorite.
Oh man.
But Sinister Six, Doc Ock. I heard some mechanical noise, by the way, when it was climbing.
I'm gonna have to go rewatch it.
I'm guessing it was Doc Ock. But
That's a strong possibility.
But either way, I hope they don't end it there. Because if they have this game be just a Sinister Six game, you could have a full story.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Negative funding the Sinister Six or whatever. I don't know how Mr. Negative was. I don't know who he is. I'm
tablet's dying.
hoping that in some way, shape, or form, we see symbiotes in this game.
Please.
Oh,
Because my
yeah.
absolute favorite Spider-Man game was Web of Shadows.
Yes.
It's only because you were so OP with your hero clicks.
To anyone who wants to know, HeroClix is a tabletop game where you play as like superheroes and video game characters and all that stuff. It's great. Venom is a jerk. The symbiotes are OP, and I will never not use them in gameplay. Moving on.
You are so
Moving on.
wrong with those things. I'm telling you. he told me about a combo that he could do. And it basically is you have no choice but to die. You can't even take your turn because you're going to die.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this guy's ridiculous.
Don't get me started on the shredders from Ninja Turtle.
Oh, those two.
The shredder from Ninja Turtles. Mixed up the plurals there. But
gotcha.
Anyway, Web of Shadows was easily my favorite Spider-Man game because it gave us really solid gameplay mixed with the storyline that I geek out over and mixed with like career choice. Like depending on your like which side of the morality spectrum you go to is how the game progresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the storyline customizes to your playstyle. And overall, I hope we see something like that in this new game, where there's possibility and symbiotes. I don't care what else, as long as there's symbiotes, I'm happy.
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to pre-order. I don't pre-order games anymore, but the pre-order bonuses for Spider-Man look very good.
Pretty
like
cool,
the
yeah.
Spider-Punk costume, the MCU Iron Spider, and one that's not been announced yet. Please be Black Suit. Again, I'll settle for Black Suit. It's technically a symbiote. I'm good. Can I have that cat?
I'm putting the kitty in the shot.
Kitty in the shot, yeah.
Because it's important he's there.
Okay.
Okay, so
scoot him over so he's facing it. Just we're not getting.
we're
like,
running out of
yeah,
time
but
here. We're already running
we're
on
never
an hour
running
and a
out.
half.
We're never running out of time. Time is an illusion.
Time is a construct.
It's 10 o'clock. I need to go to bed.
Okay,
All right.
Oh, wow.
That's
yeah.
not an illusion.
Okay, yeah.
All right,
Crap,
let's-
I need to be at work in the morning.
I want to jump into Fallout 76.
Real quick.
All I have to say about this, and then I will shut up. I think it's going to be the Fallout equivalent of Elder Scrolls Online, but more on the spectrum of Fallout 4 than Oblivion.
Okay. Well, let's watch trailer first. Let's see what we got here.
This is not my cup. This is my cup. I don't know. Whose cup? No,
It's
this is
yours.
my cup. Okay, this is
That's yours.
Yes.
I really like that this is the first game in the timeline. It takes place before the first game.
Yeah, this is the very first Vault.
Yeah, they said this takes place only 25 years after the bombs.
Yeah.
Years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
Yeehaw.
Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing
Good old
like
John Denver.
country roads. Take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take me home.
Is that a lighter?
For when the fighting is stopped,
I'm a
and the
fireman.
fallout has settled.
The
What is that?
the creatures are awesome. The new creatures.
Not just walls, not just buildings,
Is that a
but
flying
hearts
deathclaw?
and minds.
Oh,
Is that
Lord.
just a giant bat?
Ultimately,
we're
America
bats.
itself.
Oh, the way.
Hey, it's a... what are those called? Robits.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
So that.
They did post a gameplay trailer before I forget.
Oh, they did.
It's huge. It's like 20 minutes long because Todd Howard breaks down everything in the game.
Okay. Well, let's talk about it, and I will cut back and forth into that as it seems fit. While we're talking about it, we'll just cut to it, and so people can see it and stuff like that. Is that it? Making of the country roads?
No. It was at the Bethesda press conference.
Oh, there. I got it right here.
I guess there is a short one, full game. Yeah, that's the
looks like
whole
it, yeah.
thing. So he basically breaks down the whole thing.
Based on what I've seen, it really does look like a multiplayer version of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Which is what I think Elder Scrolls Online should be, but for Skyrim. And from what I
Right.
hear, it's like watered down, which is to be expected. You got like so many other players going around.
This is Skyrim.
No, this is Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
why
don't know
this
too
is
much of
showing
the
this.
Elder Scrolls
It's
lore
an
to
intro, I
like
guess. Yeah.
figure out where that was.
There you go. Yeah, but I mean, okay, here's my thing. I don't like MMOs.
Right. I'm with you there.
I like Fallout. I don't like
Yes.
MMOs.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's how I felt about.
I like Destiny 2, which in a way they like to call it an MMO.
I
but
like Warframe, which kind of feels like it's not. It really, for me, Warframe felt like Metal Gear Rising, but my buddies were there.
The real question is, at what point, I mean, at what area of MMO is this game going to be? The thing that I don't like is the fact that they said there's going to be no NPCs.
What?
There's going to be no NPCs.
How is that?
They said that, but they said you can experience the game in single player and quest alone, which makes me think there are.
Well,
but
There's got to be NPCs.
okay.
What about the creatures? What about the robots?
Let me rephrase that. There's not going to be interactive NPCs like we had seen originally.
Right.
So
Like
they
we're-
got to have people
like
standing
we-
behind a counter selling stuff
Right.
as a job? Or-
Right. We're not going to have the people as in like interactive choice
story dialogue.
story dialogue.
Right.
Choice.
In which we interacted with characters and have these drawn out conversations with them, like in
Right.
the other Fallouts. It's just specifically in this case, more centric around the multiplayer. What I hate about Bethesda is they take an idea that people say they want, and they say, "Hey, that's a great idea, but I like this." Yes, I'm referencing the meme.
Yeah.
And they straight up say, I want to take these elements that you guys say you want, and we're going to make it our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the point where they almost make it nothing like what we originally were hoping for. A co-op multiplayer is what we want.
Right.
That is what we want.
We just want Fallout, but we want to do it with a friend.
I want to be able to play Fallout 4 and cooperatively go to different locations exactly how the game is and enjoy it that way without having to have
We lost a cat. He's gone.
mods. You know,
Sad.
you should move the chair out there. Without having to do game-breaking mods that are just straight up not going to be canon. Can you not push that chair? Is it that bad? Oh, I thought it looked like you were being like struggling, like with all your might to push that.
It did feel like it was stuck on something.
Okay, anyways.
Not that weak.
But I don't know. I just feel like Bethesda doesn't fully listen to their fan base and take the elements that they say they truly want and interpret it correctly.
Fair.
They just come up with their own ideas from what people they're saying. Okay, well they want online. What if we did this with online? No, that's not what we want. We wanted this. We specifically said this.
Yeah. Like honestly, they could if they just made a multiplayer patch of Fallout 4 and marketed as Fallout 4 with a friend, that would sell like hotcakes.
Oh, I would buy that in an instant.
Yeah,
Me and my
we
sister
would
would sit down and play that for hours on end.
Honestly, and I know there's a recurring joke about how often they re-release Skyrim, but if they made a multiplayer, even if just it was a second person, just 2 people max, Skyrim, everything else identical.
Yeah. Even that is all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all over. I'm buying Skyrim a third time.
I feel, I guess you're right, because once you get past 2 people, it's less co-op and more like you have a squad and you're trying to coordinate things. It gets annoying.
Which is really hard to do in
Yeah.
today's game.
I would say co-op's like the farthest I would like Fallout to ever go.
Yeah.
And I think
don't
that's
know.
the thing with
I'm
Elder
skeptical
Scrolls.
with this.
The thing with Elder Scrolls Online, I tried it. It feels like replaying Oblivion. It really
Yeah.
does. But there's just so there's something missing with it's so impersonal talking with the NPCs one-on-one.
I couldn't get into it
because you're really just trying to get out of the dialogue in order to get back to the main game with your buddies.
Right.
And that's what an MMO really is. And like you said, with Fallout, that's kind of a thing. You want that personal dialogue. You want to feel like you're actually communicating with someone.
Right.
And with an MMO, you can't have that.
Right.
Also.
Yeah.
If they somehow manage that, though, 76 is going to be great.
Yeah.
But at its core,
I just don't see it possible.
Right. I see it just as like impersonal, like, oh yeah, just this will be where you go on your quest. Come back to me when it's finished.
And one thing that was talked about was a big deal to a lot of people, and I get this. Nukes. Big controversy right now.
Yeah,
big
huge.
controversy.
Huge.
Nukes. The fact that people can nuke you and your team or whoever is together, your settlement, whatever, and destroy all of your work. One of the things that was said, and I agree with this, if this is what the engine allows to happen, 95% of game players are not going to be spending their time trying to nuke other people. They're going to be trying to legitimately play the game, build their settlements, have fun, enjoy the experience as it is. It's that 5% of people that are going to be that nuisances that are constantly doing everything they can to get nukes and destroy everything.
Like Junkrat and Overwatch.
Right. It's just...
It's like you have these really classy government organizations, and then there's Junkrat, who's just there for the lulz.
Right. I mean... I love trolling in video games to an extent. I do because it's like
this seems
sometimes
like
people take games too seriously.
But if you're able to nuke someone's work, that could be very very bad. Like especially if like you know the person, like that could cause real friendship ending.
Well, it can turn a grown man into a freaking squealer. I'll tell you that right now.
Some Mario Party level aggression here.
To a squeaker in an instant. So I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm cautious. I'm optimistic, but weary.
Frankly, I don't have enough context to know what I am at this point. Because like, it's cool. I'll give it that. It looks like Fallout 4, which is a huge plus. But
I wouldn't know what that thing is.
Right.
Yeah. But I really haven't seen enough context to know if I'm excited or not. Like I really am.
Same. Now the crafting system, as you're seeing here, that looks cool.
That looks like regular old Fallout 4 crafting.
I'm gonna go back a little bit on this. Hold on.
Is that a tooth with muscles?
I don't know. I'm gonna go back on that for a second so you can see that. Now take a look at that screen. Sorry for the little banners on the side. I don't think they're gonna go away. But take a look at that screen. What does that scream to you? Those
Fortnite.
Well, yeah, kind of Fortnite. It screams microtransactions to me.
Yeah, because look,
as soon as I see those bars and all those different things,
glass straw and wood, you're gonna probably have to go hunting for materials,
which you have to do in Fallout 4 anyway.
Right. Yeah, like that's fine, but oh man,
I don't know. Looking at this scares me because it looks a lot like a system that would be incorporating microtransactions, and that concerns me because that means.
Other than that, this looks identical to Fallout 4 to me.
Yeah. As long as they keep microtransactions out of this, I'll give it a shot. But as soon as they say, "Oh yeah, people who pay money to get their resources or get certain things, and they're going to have better settlements or buy nukes," I know I'm going to immediately hate it. Because that just means those people are going to have more money or more time to be so much better than you. And it's going to be like any other crafting system where you're playing on and on and on and on and on.
You're gonna have those 17, 18-year-old kids with no responsibilities and a side job, and they're just like, I'm gonna spend $50 on this game right now.
Oh, it was a giant bat. That's
roll
what it was.
People.
Oh my gosh. Scorch Beast. That's a Scorch Beast.
This was really cool. I really like the whole like a boss can land in your settlement and you have to, as a team, kill
like
this
one of the
boss.
dragons from Skyrim.
Like you have to team up and kill the boss.
Didn't look like it was very good quality for a second.
That literally just looks like the
Take
dragon from
pictures
Skyrim.
with your trophy.
Oh God, you can take selfies.
You can take
Oh, that's
selfies.
painful.
This game looks like it could possibly be one of the biggest like derpy troll games.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
you
yeah.
and your buddies.
I mean, it's impressive.
You know, there's going to be guys who are just going to
But here,
build.
now he's gonna hold on.
He's going to talk about the nukes.
Let's get some
We
audio.
love dynamic game systems. So we thought, why don't we put multiple nuclear missile sites on the map?
You have to find the nukes. And
You have to
claim
And
them.
then let
collectively
all of
find
you
the codes.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
whatever you want with them.
You hear the girl go,
What? Comics for peace. When you emerge from the comfort and safety of your vault, the world you know will have changed. Take your friendly old neighbor Johnny. Rather than
trust
coming
Johnny.
over to borrow a cup of sugar, he may
Yeah,
now
right.
be coming over for murder.
There's
For
Johnny.
murder.
Time has come to seek out greater means of protection.
I will say the map
Nuclear
design looks
armaments.
really good in
That's
this game.
right. Courtesy of your Uncle Sam, these wonders of the
Okay, hold on, I'm
atomic
gonna
age
pause
can
it
be
right here for a
found
second.
Right in your own backyard.
All right.
But how does a fellow nuclear
I'm sorry, hold on a
wonders
sec.
of the atomic
That right there. What are we looking at?
Cool. They got customizable armor.
Cool. Microtransactions.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna take that a step further. Why does this remind me of the crap they did with the armor on the Halo 5?
'Cause it
Where
pretty much is.
it went away from being iconic armor to so much customization.
Do whatever you want.
So many colors, so much
It's not
Shenanigans,
that
Jeff.
that it becomes unrecognizable and what's the word I'm looking for? Visually relatable. You know, you're relating to it, or identifiable, visually identifiable for the game. Halo 5 looks nothing like Halo anymore to me.
No,
I saw a new Spartan, and I didn't even know what it was when I looked at it, and then it said, "Oh, new Spartan." I'm like, "What is?" Yeah, so I get what you're saying.
Unidentifiable. It didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't care about it anymore.
Right.
Because it didn't look like.
It didn't look like the good old Mjolnir Mark IV. It
Yeah.
looked
I'm a
like
right.
a basketball with feet.
Yes, exactly.
Basketball with
I'm
Am I
afraid.
wrong?
I'm
No.
afraid looking at this that if they keep that up, we're gonna end up.
We're gonna end up with like foam fingers and neon mohawks, just
And-
for the lulls.
and
Santa
guy
hats,
and guys
power armor, Santa hat, mustache, monocle,
with emotes.
emotes.
I was just gonna say, dare I
Emotes.
say, emotes.
Yeah,
emotes.
There already are
I don't
emotes,
want,
but
I don't want another game like that. I'm sick of that. It's in every freaking MMO game.
it's the trend. It can't be stopped. It's insatiable to game developers these days. They're like, oh my gosh, you know what's gonna make us money, guys?
Emotes.
Emotes.
Give me the
Although to
emotes.
be fair,
Colorful
I
armor.
did drop $10 on Overwatch just so I could get possible emotes.
I'm sure you did. Now I'm thankful
Listen,
that these things are
Genji has
cosmetic.
a
Worth it.
Sentai skin. He looks like Kamen Rider mixed with a Power Ranger.
Worth
and
it.
His dance goes with any song.
Okay,
Worth it.
Okay,
Worth it.
I'm okay with microtransactions being cosmetic. Actually, that's where they should be.
Yeah, but
Because
when
it
they
doesn't give you an
alter
edge.
gameplay and
Yeah.
give you an actual edge, that's
Wrong.
unfair.
Right.
Wrong.
And when you're looking at armor, yes, okay, you changed it because you bought it and it doesn't affect gameplay, but you still have to be careful how much you allow until your game just feels like another game that's not this
That's the problem
specifically
with
iconic looking game.
Yeah, that was the problem with Battlefront 2 was pay to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the game came out, one dude dropped like $200, funneled it all into Boba Fett, and he was the best player. It's like
Yeah. He was the best.
you get what you pay for, and
Yeah.
that's unfair.
That's
You-
that's insanely unfair.
Like you can do customizable armor, but keep it to just paint job.
Right.
Maybe a couple variants in like some of the armor pieces at that. But keep it looking like power armor. I agree with what you say.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't want it to become where Halo 5 when they have those stupid unicorn hats. It look nothing like you'd ever see in the Halo universe.
now here's another.
Unicorn helmets. There's literally a unicorn
Yeah.
coming
Oh,
out of the
yeah.
head.
Yeah.
You can see a big piece of metal jettisoning from this guy's helmet.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
That's
It was
like,
weird.
why? Why? No one wants that. Okay, maybe some kid wants that.
Yeah.
You know what I play in Halo 5?
What?
The Mjolnir Mark 5 armor.
Yeah. Yep. I do too. I do too.
Because it's the Mjolnir Mark 5 armor. That's Halo to me.
Yeah.
I feel like Ricky Bobby talking about which version of Jesus they pray to.
I'm gonna go back to this for one more second. Let's talk
That's
about the key
that's what I
cards.
was saying about the map design. The map design's cool in this game, at least.
Listen, here we go. So this is them. They got the key codes and they're launching nukes to different sites, and then boom! Look at how much of a blast radius that thing has.
Oh my god!
If you spent hours of time building a settlement,
and heaven forbid money on resources for the microtransactions.
oh heck no!
Take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources.
And then you can loot the materials.
Yeah.
So if you see someone who has a really good fort, then you nuke them and steal the materials. That is just mean.
It has to be something more to that. They would not just. I don't know. That's so
That would there's
okay.
only one way that this could work, and I still don't even think this is possible that it could work. Is either A, the nukes are easy to get and they're frequent, and building is not that hard to accomplish. Like you can build a lot with a little bit of resources.
Right.
Or
well,
B,
I don't see that.
yeah. Or B, the nukes are darn near impossible to get to.
Yeah.
And there's a very finite amount of nukes that almost to the point where they're like one nuke and then that's it. Like how many regions were there? There was
maybe
like
there's
5
going to be
regions,
right.
5
Maybe
nukes, and then there's
maybe there's
no
going to
more
be like
nukes.
spawn time for them, and then they'll like announce in your server or whatever that
like as an
they're
event.
live. They're live. The event is
Yeah,
live.
the
You can
event
go
is
get a nuke.
live somewhere in a
Now
computer.
that's cool. Like you have little things where you can
Play music with your buddies.
just do random things in the universe.
Yeah.
That what I would want to be doing with my friends.
Yeah.
But
the nukes though.
Another
emotes. There they are.
I called it. I didn't
There
even
they
see
are.
that.
Oh, you didn't
They're
notice
the
that
emotes.
before?
No. No.
No, I watched this whole thing.
All
There's
right.
there are
giant
emotes.
sloth.
There are giant sloths.
Holy
though.
crap! I need this game now just because of the giant sloth. Okay, I wasn't on board. Now there's a sloth.
So one
Sloth Jeff.
Another
Oh,
big
your sister just randomly
controversy.
appeared. I'm sorry. I'm scared. Scared.
Ah!
Hello.
Oh, hey, Nikki.
Giant sloth.
How's
I'm
it
happy.
going, Nikki? Wave hi to the camera, Nikki. Hey.
Another big controversy with the game was combat, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, you're like running and gunning in this game. It's not gonna it's gonna feel more like a shooter and not like Fallout now," because they were like running up to people and just gunning them down.
To be fair, though, that's how I played Fallout.
Courtney! Hello, change of lettering. My flipping wristers. What'd you do to your wrist? I want to switch back to the screen for a second. Look what I just found. What is this?
Dadgummit, there it is. The customizable stat cards.
Perk cards.
Dang it, there it
It's
is.
too early for this. It's a rumor. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it yet. I don't. I can't.
What is this then?
I don't
Look
know.
at it.
I don't know.
This is Battlefront all over again. You
'Cause
have to pay real money
they
to get the perk cards, and then if you have certain perk cards, then you're the better player, not based on how good of a player you are, but how good your income is.
It's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I'm even more concerned.
That
about
that
the
just
original
negated the sloth for me.
they have the cards in Fallout Shelter, and they're probably like, oh, we've seen success with Shelter. Let's put things in
Shelter's
that.
a different game,
It's a
though. We don't
different game entirely.
We shouldn't compare apples to Happy Meal toys.
Let's see what they have for audio real quick.
Bit of information to go through in this video, from the way the new perk system works to the way the weapon system is currently working, a lot more details around the online survival aspect to the game, and much more that you will be seeing
Oh, wait a
throughout
minute.
the video. Now, a lot of this
Now, is that
comes
just
from
the leveling
Local's
up?
latest
Maybe.
documentary, The
Maybe
Making of
instead of
Fallout
leveling up,
76. I definitely suggest
you
you guys
get
check it out. It is
credits
the
towards these
second
perk cards.
installment of documentaries that they have
And
I'll
released.
see what this says.
And there's also a couple of new interviews that have happened, which also gives us a lot more information as well. But jumping straight into this today, we're going to talk first about the new perk system and how leveling up will work in tangent with it. So it works a little bit differently
snap my
in this
fingers and
game
create
in
old
relation
people.
to the fact that it's now a perk card system. So when you level up, you will basically get to choose which of the 7 special attributes
Okay,
you want to increase.
that doesn't sound like
So,
my
for example, let's
Right.
say you choose
Okay.
That's
intelligence.
different.
Well, now that we've chosen intelligence, you now get to pick from a perk card selection, which I think is only 3 cards at a time. And each of these perk cards
It's
are
different.
tied into
It's
that
not in a
special
list
attribute. So
anymore,
if you
they're
chose
cards.
intelligence, you would get, the
That
option.
was
So this looks
scary.
like the same exact perk
Yeah.
system,
Right.
just
First aid,
formatted
stim packs
different.
restore
Right.
10% more
Okay,
health.
that's
And then, of course,
okay. The
new
sloth
one,
is
which
back.
Makeshift warrior, which basically makes melee
sloth is
weapons
okay now.
The sloth is
30%
okay
less
now.
likely to break and are also cheaper to repair. And of course, the more you level up, the more perk cards you do gain access to. Now, in addition to this, there is a limited number of perk cards that you can have active at any given time. So
Okay,
if you
that's
wanted to
good.
have Hacker activated, for
Okay,
instance,
that's fair, though.
and a couple of other perk cards activated,
Because if
there
you
is
have a guy
eventually
who's been
limit
playing for
to
like
what you can actually have.
2
Now, the
years
good thing about
nonstop,
this is that
and he
you
has
can actually
every
change it
card,
around whenever you want and sort of build
that'd
your
be good.
character however you want within this, which of course is great. And what's even better about this is that you can share these perk cards within your party. So you
Ooh,
can share
okay, you
these
can
with your
trade the
friends,
perk
just
cards.
like
and
just
you
like
can really build
Overwatch,
your
not Overwatch,
characters in tandem
Warframe.
with each
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
to
They drop
work the best that you can. So you can have
upgrades
one
that you
character
can
that
apply
specializes
to a
in
weapon
first aid
or to
completely.
yourself,
You could have one that
but they're
specializes in
also
the hacking
consumables
aspect
where
of
you
the
can like
game. You could
they're
have
like
one that
consumables where you
specializes
can
in
drop them and
completely
trade
being
them.
a brute
So if
or
your buddy's
something,
doing a
and
tank
you can
build
share these perk
and you
cards
pull a
back
really
and forth
good
to really make your team as
shield
strong as possible,
perk,
which I think is a
you
great
can give that to your
addition
buddy
this
because you
game.
don't
Honestly, this
need
perk
that.
system does
I
look
can
good
see
in my
that
opinion.
that does
Right.
actually
You
sound
know,
appealing.
from what we've seen so
The
far,
sloth is back.
I think it's going to work great. Anyway, now moving in to some more information surrounding the survival aspect of
Okay.
the game.
All right. Well, that curbs some concerns for me for a minute there. That I was like, wait a second, what are these? Now, I'm not going to negate the possibility because it is a AAA publisher that there's no reason why they can't later on make perk cards a microtransaction
Sure.
addition.
Sure.
So you get them when you level up.
You get them when you level up, but you get new ones or different ones when you purchase them.
Yeah. Or you get more of them. You may still only be able to use certain ones at a time.
But you'll be able to equip more of them too.
Well, maybe. Well, I won't not negate that possibility, but that did that did take out some concerns I had there for a minute for the new Fallout.
I think I will get this game.
I'm
like,
willing to try it. I think I'll gamefly this game. I may not buy it right off the bat. That could change closer to it. If we get more information and I start like,
Yeah.
wait, okay,
Yeah.
more information now that I have it, I might actually really like this game.
Well, go to the Bethesda's website. There's going to be a beta. Register for the beta.
Ah, booyah. I will
There you
do
go.
that. Okay. Bethesda, their website, beta.
Go
If you're
register for the
interested,
beta.
Go register for it, and you'll be
Finger
able to try out
guns.
the game before it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on from Fallout.
Time is it? It is 10:30 at night.
Yes. So,
And I think I was not expecting the Fallout one to go that long. That
Yeah,
was like
me
a
neither.
half-hour Fallout tangent.
Right. Okay.
Knowing that, I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should. Should we?
We should probably just jump straight to it. Okay. Let's take 2 seconds to talk about Pokemon. I won't show a trailer. We'll just talk about it for a minute.
Okay. It is a hybrid of a Pokemon Yellow remake and Pokemon Go.
Yes.
The Pokemon Go aspect of it is going to be the actual catching of Pokemon. You no longer have random encounters in the grass. You see the Pokemon in the grass. And you can run into the Pokemon physically. So if you see like a random Rattata, you can avoid it.
Yeah.
And if you're walking through the grass and you see Pokemon walking back and forth in their scripted little motion, you can time it just like you could time when a trainer saw you. Once you do engage in a Pokemon battle, it turns into Pokemon Go, where, or not really, yeah,
Pokemon Go-esque feel to it. You're still playing it on your Switch.
You're playing it on the Switch, And then you remember the Safari Zone where you had like you could throw an item to make it easier?
Yeah.
It's kind of going to be like that mixed with how Pokemon Go did it, where it's probably going to be a little more in depth.
Courtney says she actually does not like that. I don't like it either.
I don't like
in a
it
sense.
either. Of course, I'm going to get it. It's technically a mainstream Pokemon game.
Yeah.
But rest assured, Courtney, they did confirm that we're getting a new generation next year that's going to be geared towards competitive players. So we're fine.
And I'm going to put
on all that.
My only 2 cents I want to put into Pokemon is I like the innovation of this. I love the creativity behind it.
Yeah.
The fact that you can now fully and for real and not in a gimmicky way connect your Switch and your mobile app together and actually have a real benefit of using them both instead of Nintendo's previous stuff like hooking your Pokemon Go into another console and just trading the Pokemon back and forth. And that's it. And you barely get any actual good use out of that. Or like the Tingle Tuner on Wind Waker. That's so redundant. I mean, you could play that entire game, you never need it. And of course, you could probably play Pokemon Go or, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee without it. But you're missing like a core element.
Yeah.
And you took something that was already established, which is Pokemon Go, and now integrating it with your other portable device and expanding upon that and making it so much bigger. That, in my opinion, is how you make systems work together.
So here's what I want to know, because I know there's going to be some kind of interaction between the Pokemon you catch in the Switch version mixed with the Pokemon you catch in Pokemon Go. I'm wondering, is there tradability in this? Can you finally trade Pokemon Go Pokemon? Can you take...
I think you can.
Can you, like, the Go Park is what they're calling it. You take your Pokemon from the game, throw it in the Go Park, and then they can play with the Pokemon you caught in Go. Can you then take the Go Pokemon out and play with them in the main game? Because then that would finally give us the ability to trade from Go's.
Now, they're saying basically what they're saying you can.
I'm hoping that's the case.
It basically said any Pokemon that you catch in Pokemon Go, you should be able to play in game.
They said that that you catch like in the main game or like in Go Park. There's some terminology there. I'm just hoping that that's the case because like for someone who caught a legendary, and this is a yellow remake, you're stuck in Kanto. You have just the original Pokemon. Unless they do like they did.
Which
with,
actually I love yellow anyway. So
yeah, because like, I don't know, Groudon's my favorite Pokemon, and if I catch a Groudon in Pokemon Go, can I bring it over to that and have it follow me around like I could in Heart Gold and Soul Silver?
I'd hope so.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
That's just my hope. One last thing before we forget about Pokemon, the Pokeball controller thing.
Yeah.
The gimmicky Pokeball Tamagotchi pacemaker. I will get that. I'm not
right.
Who am I kidding? I am getting that.
They just announced that
if you get it, it comes with a Mew.
Comes with Mew. Yeah.
Oh, it comes with.
It comes with Mew.
Comes with a Mew.
So when you buy it, you get Mew in your game. I'm sold.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sold. I need it. I need it. Why not?
Right.
It's the Fizamac. He returns. Oh, look how cute!
Oh, I wasn't actually. I was just going to show them.
Yeah, gameplay-wise, catching Pokemon is going to be the same as Pokemon Go, but battling is going to be the same as a classic.
Which is, I like the idea. The integration, who knows? But by the looks of it, see, you can throw it right in there and go to park. You mentioned it said go to park.
Yeah, but can you take the Go's Pokemon out? Or are you going to be limited to just the Pokemon you caught in the main game?
I think you're going to be able to switch back and forth.
I would think you would be able to.
You would think, but I'm curious
not to.
about it. I can't hear anything he's saying.
I'm not muted. It's just I was just showing it the clip. I wasn't actually going to do the actual preview of it.
One annoying thing, though, it said on the caption underneath, is that you do have to have an online subscription to play. And
I don't think that's going to be a big deal.
It's not going to be a big
deal. The moment
deal.
it comes out, I'm getting it, and it's cheap. $20 a year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Insane.
Instead of $60 a year like with Microsoft or Sony, they're only asking $20. No one is gonna pass that up.
No.
I'll buy that immediately. Just
Yeah.
because I know the benefits I'm going to do. Especially if what they said they're going to do is start implementing retro games for
Yeah.
free through that service.
Well, they said they're going to give you like 20 free games as soon as you sign up for the subscription.
Right. So if I'm going to get Super
Yeah.
Mario Brothers 3 the moment I sign up, that's worth it just for that.
Yeah.
To play that on my Switch on the go.
Yeah.
But if I get to do these other games as well, then great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move on to Super Smash Brothers. This is going to be our last one. This is the biggest deal that
Yes.
in my heart that I'm all excited for. I've never been
really
so excited
was,
for.
this game
Oh my
before
gosh.
like as soon as they announced it was the reason I bought a Switch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Because you
Skyrim-
knew it was coming to it, no doubt.
Well, the reason I bought a Switch at the time I did. I like portable Skyrim, I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't for announcing Smash Bros this year, then I probably would have waited at least another year to get a Switch.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean, I'm glad I did. I love the Switch. I only have 3 games for it, and I love them. But this
game.
This is it, man. This is the game.
Smash Brothers.
I have never been. Okay, here's the thing. This is what I feel. We're gonna watch the trailer here in a second. I'm just waiting for it to load. This is the most excited I've ever been for a Super Smash Brothers game, and it's really not different than any of the other ones.
Except for one thing.
It just has all the characters in it. It's
Exactly.
almost the same thing as 4 with the graphics and the way it looks and the engine
But
and
the
stuff.
thing is, the roster is what we've all been wanting.
Exactly.
Since 4.
That's what's been killing people.
Yeah, when 3 happened and they took out, who did they take out? They took out
When which one came out?
The Brawl. The Wii.
Which version started where they started taking characters out and then adding new characters in? At that point,
That
we
was
realized,
Brawl.
Yeah.
Brawl.
Once Brawl happened, we realized we don't want characters taken out. We just
Right.
want more added on. And then when the Smash for Wii U happened, not only did they take characters out, they changed them.
Yeah.
For the sake of tournament meta, and I'm like, this is frustrating. This right here solves the problem we didn't even know we needed solved, and that is and like everyone wanted it, everyone dreamed it would happen, but no one expected it.
No one thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then
So-
here
Yeah.
it is.
Here it is.
All right. So let's go ahead.
Smash Bros with literally every character that's ever been playable in any Smash Bros game.
Right. So let's show this real quick. Oops. Sorry.
Love that snap.
Immediately identifiable. That was a good choice for them to do that.
Hi, I'm Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. Today, I'd like to introduce you to the new Super Smash Bros. Game for the Nintendo Switch. As you may know, Super Smash Bros. Is an action game about smashing beloved game characters off the screen.
The end.
Many fighters have appeared in this series. I'm sure you're all eager to find out who will be joining the roster this time. So we made a video to showcase some fighters appearing in the game.
I love
The number next to
simplicity of
each
the
fighter
logo.
signifies
Yeah.
the order in which they joined the Super Smash Bros. Series.
So the higher the
Please,
number,
take
the
a look.
bigger the roster, and I love this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how no matter what skin it has, it's always the same dang. I love that.
Yeah.
Mario. Like graphics wise, it looks just like the Brawl and the Wii U versions.
Yeah. The Wii U
But
Smash 4 is what people were saying. It is a port, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a mixture between
And
a
I love the
port
new skins.
and
like
addition.
Breath
Oh
of
yes.
the Wild
Yes.
skin.
Heck yes.
Samus looks more like classic Samus and not like, I don't know. I think she looks a little more cartoony.
And they added so much and did a lot more balancing to the characters.
Yes.
Which I love. Although I feel like Ridley's going to be OP.
Oh
A
my
little
gosh.
bit, yeah.
My brother is notorious for being good at Samus. There's my boy, Meta Knight. I love him.
I hate that character.
I know.
I
and
hate it. I hate him. I hate him.
But I'm purposely
OP.
going to try to get really good at Ridley just to troll with my brother because he's good at Samus.
Yeah. That's a little trolly. Sounds
Nice
great though.
time. Is it back?
Yes, I was like, Antonio's going to love that.
Inklings.
64th. They're the 64th character.
Yeah.
And they were
Really?
announced last year.
That'd be number 64. Wow, that's a lot of characters.
Then you can play as female trainer too, female Pokemon trainer.
Oh, and there's one thing I definitely want to talk about once we actually get into the
Ryu.
They said
finish the trailer.
they really refined Ryu's controls.
And they always face their opponent.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yes, Ryu always faces his opponent, just like in Street Fighter.
So he auto moves?
Faces.
Snake!
I'm so glad that they brought Snake back.
Everyone is here. It would be at this point that I start
The puff.
panicking and be all happy. Like, I'd never be so happy to see a Pichu in my life.
Right, right. I was
One
waiting
thing
for Pikmin 4.
One thing that ticks me off about Smash Bros. Why is Dr. Mario a separate character and not just a skin?
What do you mean? For who?
Dr. Mario. He is a separate character. He's not a Mario skin. He's
Oh.
a separate character slot.
Yeah.
He throws pills.
Although- yeah. Well, they
That could just be the
changed it.
fireball.
They
Yeah.
actually admitted the fact that they have clones in their own game, and they started calling them Echo.
Yeah, Echoes.
Yeah. They just didn't want to call them clones. They're like,
Right,
yeah, we
right.
have those actually. They're called Echoes. Similar movesets, but have
But like-
distinctions to them.
Yeah, but like with Lucina, she's got slightly different stats than Marth, and Pichu. Is the
I
same
love
Pichu.
Wolf. I was pretty good with Wolf.
Mega Man. He looks intense in this one too.
Yeah.
I love the simplicity of the logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's parody. There's Ouija. You can't forget the green.
Look at that
boys.
tax evader.
Tax evader? What? Oh, mercy. I need
There's
this
a
for
lot
my
of.
wall.
So 64, 65 if we include Ridley.
Yeah.
66 because Daisy.
Oh yeah.
4.66.
That's right. Every fighter.
I want
in
that as a
Super Smash
mural
Bros.
in my
history
living room.
Yes.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Indeed, absolutely every Super Smash Bros. Fighter ever is in this game, whether they were originally DLC or only appeared once. in
Even
the
got
past.
Toon Link.
We believe
I love
Battle
that.
Players won, so we made the impossible possible.
And a young Link, I mean.
Any way
Yeah.
you slice it, this one has the most Smash for your buck. Simply
So
put,
she's-
this is the biggest crossover in gaming history. But once again,
my.
worlds will collide. Even so, your starting roster may be as small as the original Nintendo 64.
Okay, I'm stopping right there. I wanted to point that out.
Oh
I
my.
freaking love that.
this. Love
starting
this.
roster is the
You
original
start with the
roster,
original
and then everyone's
roster.
DLC.
Yes!
Everyone you have to unlock.
That is freaking great to me. The fact that
love
we
it.
okay, we are unlocking characters again, guys.
Finally.
It gives me an incentive to want to do more things than just play each other in this game. That's what was a
Right.
big lore to me in the original
Here's
64.
what I'm hoping. Here's my hope for this game is if we bring back Subspace Emissary or a similar campaign. That was amazing.
Yes.
There's a lot of controversy around that. The fan base was split on that. I wasn't a big fan of Subspace Emissary.
That was-
Antonio is a huge fan of
That
it.
was the best thing ever to me was Subspace Emissary. It was great. It was like I loved it. I loved it, Jeff.
I like I wish they would come back with, and I hope they're going to do it in this one, the original fighting style of how they did it in the 64 version of Smash, which is literally just fighting each other one by one until they get to a major boss. Just as a classic, go
Yeah.
back to their roots kind of.
They'll have that. They'll have the classic. You're talking about classic mode?
Basically.
Where you fight
but-
one-on-one, and then you fight another round, and then you fight the boss.
Yes, but they didn't do it the same in Smash 4.
That was all-star mode. That was
Yeah,
slightly different.
it doesn't count to me. They missed some crucial elements that made that a lot of fun. And like even the bonus stage, if I'm going to be honest, even the bonus stages in the original 64, I just killed myself. I didn't care about those. They meant nothing to me. I wanted to fight the other fighters like in that way, one by one, and depending on how well I did, then I'm getting new characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm open. I really hope they find really creative ways to unlock new characters.
Yeah. I hope it's just
For
not
sure.
like achievement hunting where you have to like play a certain amount of hours.
No,
as a
I
certain
don't want
character.
that at all.
Unless it's for the clones. It's like, okay, play as Link for 25 battles, unlock Toon Link.
Right, yeah.
That makes sense.
We've streamlined the conditions for unlocking fighters, and we want
Well,
to
here we
make
go.
the process interesting, so it feels like you're constantly recruiting popular characters to your side. 8-player battles are also making a return.
Glad to see that.
What happens when you pit many different fighters against one
I hate 8-player battles, but I love them at the same time just because they're so hilarious.
Now let's take a closer look at certain fighters by highlighting how they've changed since their last
Okay, I'm gonna skip past this part just because
it's
great information.
very detail oriented.
What'd you say?
I'm not gonna make you watch it, but I do need to rewatch this video. I've never seen this video.
This is really in depth. With
See,
all
look
the
right there,
different changes.
Builder Mario.
Yes.
Why didn't they just do that for Dr. Mario instead of giving him his own character slot and
Who
wasting
knows?
a potential? Like, at
While we're on
least.
the topic of assist trophies, let me share some additional information.
Frustrate.
As you may know, assist trophies lend helpful support
Okay,
in battles.
this is what I wanted to jump ahead to here.
You can for
Waluigi.
one-on-one battles, the damage dealt will now be greater than in battles with higher numbers of players.
Okay, good.
This should help ensure that the action is well-paced.
Yeah.
In a timed battle, the fighter in the lead will sometimes flash with light. Better do something, or no victory pose for you.
I kind of like that too, because you're in the heat of the battle.
Yeah.
This is what I love.
We've got something
I
special for your
freaking love
playing
this.
pleasure in Super Smash Brothers
I don't know what
Ultimate.
I'm watching. I've never seen this before. I'm scared.
No! Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
GameCube controllers.
Absolutely happening.
No! The bane of my existence. I hate those. Especially going to a Smash Bros. Tournament and then they force you to use that. I'm
and
not
it's
good
compatible
with those.
with all of the original amiibos for the game.
Good.
All amiibos ever are compatible with this game.
Antonio probably lost it when he saw that.
Oh yeah.
Or FP and level up.
One thing I don't like. There's no freaking wireless version of the GameCube controller. So if you have 8 players with that, they still don't have wireless.
Like, I understand
So wait,
the
how
classic
is it
aesthetic.
possible to have portable Smash and the GameCube controller if it's wired?
We've made including every
They're going to
single
have the
fighter ever
controller
with
adapter with the ports again that you probably plug into the dock.
Yeah. All right. Now this.
However,
everyone
we do have
pretty
one
much
more
knows what this
announcement.
is.
Please.
This
take
is
a look.
was their add-on announcement,
Oh, yes.
which we all know what it is, but still,
But I
I want
wanna
to
see it.
showcase it.
I want to see it again. It was beautiful.
You know what I weirdly thought this was at first when they were walking across the bridge? I thought they were on the
Final Destination?
I thought they were on the planet from The Force Awakens. I thought they were going to
Yes.
have like Kylo Ren as a playable
Yeah.
character.
No.
A buddy of mine is.
You know what I thought it was going to be at
Oh, you
first?
just murdered
I
Mega
thought
Man.
it was going to be a new game style.
Yeah.
Gameplay
True,
style.
yeah,
like a
yeah.
replacement for Subsidious Emissary that you were going to actually
That's what I thought was going to happen too, yeah.
like it was going to be like more of an open world kind of idea where you could go through corridors and fight in a completely different style.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Mhm.
But I'm not mad with the results.
No, right.
I saw that and I geeked out, dude.
People have been asking Ridley for like 3 games.
Right?
He looks like he's basically Charizard.
Some of these moves is like, holy crap, this guy
yeah.
may be OP.
I'm seeing very similar to Charizard, though.
But faster.
Yeah.
Much faster.
I'm going to definitely be playing him.
Amazing,
So
right?
Cool. So
Yeah.
cool.
Available eventually
this year.
Yes. December 7th.
counts as this year. Technically this year.
Well, you know, that could have been 2019, though, and most people would have been surprised.
Or mad, because we're just so hyped about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because in all reality, I mean, there's been a lot of time since 4, but there hasn't been a lot of time that Switch has been out.
Fair.
And if it was a port, people would have been upset. But this isn't really a direct port.
No.
It's more like half and half. But another thing that I thought was really cool that most people missed about this, because they didn't take the time to watch the Treehouse right after the announcements of this during the E3 announcement, during the Direct. They have an amiibo coming out of Ridley.
I saw that.
Yes.
Yes.
I
was
want it.
like, heck freaking yes.
Yes.
I want the Metroid amiibo
I don't even care that much about the Metroid
franchise.
I love Metroid.
But Ridley has been something that everyone has wanted so badly in this game. And inherently, it's made me want it really badly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, seriously,
You're buying into the hype.
Yeah.
For what it is.
I mean, I
it's
know
Ridley.
it. I understand it. I'm not really on that hype train, but I'm getting that amiibo.
Yeah.
I'm freaking getting that amiibo. Just for the sheer fact that it's almost like an embodiment of Nintendo saying, we actually are listening to you.
Yes.
You wanted this. We were telling you it's impossible. You kept asking us for it. We finally gave it to you. Here's basically a physical representation of...
Gosh dang it, of everything we've talked about last night, Nintendo listens to their fan base.
Exactly.
They listen to their fan base.
Yes.
That's why their games hold value. That's why their games are like the funnest games to play. That's why I can sit and enjoy a PS4 game, but when I'm playing a Nintendo game with my friends, I just smile from ear to ear.
Yes!
The
Because it
whole
feels like they
time you
actually
play
care.
the game.
They're like the MCU of the video game industry.
Right,
Or
yeah.
the MCU is the
Nobody
Nintendo
can
of the
disagree
movie
on
industry.
playing a Nintendo game.
Right.
Right.
What's the first game that everyone always agrees on all the time ever?
Mario.
Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Hey, want to play Mario
Immediately.
Kart?
I have it with
You
me right
ask any random chick on the street, which is chick are known as stereotype. Not
Playing
gamers,
Mario Kart is now
not gamers.
synonymous with relationship standards.
Yeah.
Like, more times than not, I've seen people say, I need to just find someone I can play Mario Kart with. I'm like,
Dude, like Grace and I will like go to the laundromat and I'll take my
Normie
Switch. I'll take my Switch and like we go to the laundromat
Yep,
and we
yep.
play Mario Kart.
Mhm.
I prop it up and we play Mario Kart.
Heck yeah.
I have
At
it with
work,
me right here.
on my lunch break, my friend Rick, me and him
Yep.
take lunch at the same time, sit down and play Mario Kart.
Yep. That's what I did at
And
my
what are
job
we
too.
and what are we going to be doing when Smash comes out? We're going to be playing Smash Brothers in the middle, and there's going to be people yelling at us to calm the frick down because we're disturbing the rest of the office. And I know that for a fact. Because Rick always gets so darn mad at me.
Okay, so who that they haven't announced, obviously, who would you want to see added to Smash?
All right, I got
Waluigi.
this.
Waluigi.
Well, he's a given.
Yeah.
Waluigi.
Needs to be a DLC character.
I want a Z fighter. I freaking want Goku in the game.
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of
wanted
people
it
want to
so
see
bad.
Goku.
I want Goku in the game.
We have Mega Man, we have Pac-Man, we have Solid Snake. He has no business being in a Super Smash Brothers
You're
game.
right. You're right.
Why can't we have someone from an anime like
an anime character.
Yeah.
You could Goku,
Like I know
maybe
we have
Luffy.
Yeah, I know we have those like that Shonen Jump Ultimate Stars game.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing.
Yes.
But just at least Goku.
Yeah.
At
least Goku.
You know what would be really cool? And I know it would probably never happen, but it's just the idea of my mind. I think that would be a lot of fun to figure out a way to implement it and make it work. Why wouldn't we put Vault Boy in there? Imagine his final smash would be a freaking nuke.
Can make it work. The possibilities are endless.
I mean, they had Game & Watch. They gave Pac-Man feet and threw him in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Vault Boy.
I know. Did you say Fallout Boy?
I said Vault Boy.
I thought you said
But
Fallout
my
Boy.
V's sound like F.
My bad. I know that's
Or
a
did I?
stretch, and it's almost like it doesn't fit in Smash Brothers. But if you think about his art style and how they can make it look really cartoony and still fun, as part of just like a thrown-in character, like Snake was. Because in all
Listen,
reality, let's think about Snake. That was a random character to put in
Yeah.
Smash.
Listen.
If we have Snake, can we get Master Chief?
I thought about that, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's
I want
Too far.
Master Chief and Goku. They have no business being in there, but I need
just
them.
a grunt.
The
Just a freaking
Just
grunt.
a grunt.
the
No, grunt should be an assist trophy. A suicide grunt is the assist trophy.
yes. Yes.
See, that'd be so great.
You,
That'd be
you
so
throw it on the
great.
ground.
Birthday party skulls on. Confetti.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I need this now.
Yeah.
Somebody make a mod.
Someone make a
Please.
grunt birthday skull mod assist trophy.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so awesome.
Another character that I've always wondered why they never put in the game. Lanky Kong. Other DK characters.
Yeah.
Arm stretching.
I
and-
did hear Dixie Kong is going to be in this game.
Really?
I think.
I
saw a rendering of her, and I'm assuming that it's what it meant.
Huh.
So
I didn't see it-
possible
okay.
Dixie Kong.
Who knows? I don't know
didn't
about that
see
one.
anything official, but I heard
bet you
Daisy's
should,
happening.
bet you was assist trophy. I bet you what you saw was an assist
Okay.
trophy.
Yeah.
That makes
is she an
sense.
assist trophy already?
That's
I
kind of
think
like
she is.
that's kind of
Okay,
like their
there you go.
cop out version of like we're not putting. They're in
Well,
the game.
well
but
wait
they're
a
not-
minute, because
Yeah, right.
Waluigi is an assist trophy.
Yeah.
Yep.
They'd have to take the assist trophy out and then.
But
put it
people
in.
have been asking, like, en masse. It's one of the last remaining en masse everyone's asking characters. Ridley was one of the big ones.
I think the reason they added Ridley though is because what he represented is because he was at his core a Smash Brothers reference.
Right.
Because really, not a lot of people, at least to my knowledge, play Metroid and know who Ridley is.
Yeah.
Versus played Melee and know who Ridley is. That's
if
me.
you think about it, you got all the main core characters that people identify with Nintendo. They had Wario. They have Daisy.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have these random. They have Yoshi. They have all these slightly off characters, but they're still part of the main group.
Yeah.
Except
Except
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Why?
They have all of Bowser's kids.
Yeah, which I hate, by the way.
Yeah.
To be fair, I like playing as them, but I hate that they exist.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
I do like how they all exist as a skin, but they're named different. That's probably where the bulk of the 64 came in.
Yeah.
But for me, my dream character is actually a character that already exists. I want to see it as a skin for this character. Armored Mewtwo from the movie. I would want to see an Armored Mewtwo skin.
That's interesting.
They do
That would
that
be
a
really
lot in
cool.
the customized, like what is it called, Project S? It's like
Oh, yes,
the mod,
yes.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Armored Mewtwo is like the standard Mewtwo for players who play him. I want to see that legitimately.
Yeah. I mean, the sheer fact that they brought Mewtwo back into this one, like.
You know what else they could
Shit.
do as a DLC character? Dark Souls Knight or like
Praise the Sun.
Knight Solaire because they remastered it and put it on the Switch.
Yeah, they've been doing
Doom
a lot
guy.
of crossover stuff with the stuff they've been putting out. Oh my gosh, Spyro the Dragon.
I didn't even
yes,
think of that.
Spyro.
Spyro.
And have
Spyro.
Yes.
Crash
Crash,
Bandicoot. Crash Assist Trophy.
Crash
Spyro
Assist-
playable.
Yes. Yes, and I bet you they'd do it the other way around if they ended up doing it.
Yeah.
Just to tick me off. Dude, Spyro
And
the Dragon would fit
and
perfectly
the
in
Skylanders would count as the amiibo.
Smash.
And then
I didn't even want to laugh at
one
that.
last one. One last one I've always wanted. Earthworm Jim.
Yeah,
Earthworm
yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Battletoads. We're getting the remake,
That's true.
which I'm hyped about. Battletoads.
Yeah, I would like to see it, but that went with Rare.
It's true.
That went with Rare, which means it's
They're with
Microsoft.
Microsoft now.
And anything pulling from Microsoft for Nintendo is like next to nothing when it comes to possible.
Yeah.
Well, Microsoft, give me
Pasta.
Smash Chief. I need it.
Smash
Smaster
Smash
Chief.
Chief.
Master Chief.
I want
Chief.
Smaster Chief.
Give me that Smaster Chief.
No. What?
Do it now. But then they're gonna have to put like Cortana in as a like an assist trophy. What would be his final smash?
Who's?
Chief.
Master Chief's.
I feel like he would do some like barrage of weapons. Or they could go really cool. He could be like some ninja and he could like whip out the energy sword and just do like a sing and then the person falls flat and dies.
Kind of like how they do it with a lot of the sorted characters in Smash.
Yeah,
where
that's
they just
true.
go up to them and they're just like.
So that would be something they would do.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something clever they could do with Cortana. I know what they could do. They could do a target locator.
Yes.
Yeah.
They can have the
Just like
like the
Chief.
red circle around like they
just-
do in Reach.
Or he just like hops on a scarab and the scarab just.
Yeah. you hear like fire for effect, and you just and
Yeah.
artillery falling from the sky.
Plays the opening. It plays like the guitar line as it's happening.
Yes. My gosh, that
I'm
would
too
be
much
so
fun
great.
imagining this.
I want it now, and I hate that I
Told
want
ya.
it now.
Told you.
This talked me into it. All right, guys. Well, it is 11 o'clock, so let's wrap this
Moose
up.
sleepy.
Does anything else? Is there anything else anybody wants to bring up before we end this?
I'm just
stream?
gonna say titles that I'm hyped for. Beyond Good and Evil 2 looks amazing.
We didn't
what
even
else was
talk
there?
about Kingdom Hearts 3.
We didn't.
We can't get into it now, but Kingdom
Let-
Hearts
let's
3
just
we
say
finally have a
Kingdom
release
Hearts
date.
3 exists.
It exists. We have a release date. It looks
I looked
amazing.
at the TV. I should
January
look at the
29th.
camera. I'm sorry.
Sony press conference. The Last of Us 2 is going to blow my mind. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
The new game from Sucker Punch, Ghost of Tsushima, looks amazing.
I have no idea what that is. I'll have to look
Looks
that up.
awesome. Look it up. It's from Sucker Punch. They made the Infamous games. What else? We glossed over the Spider-Man game. It looks amazing.
Super Mario Party.
Super
I'm
Mario
definitely down for
Party
that.
looks amazing.
We're playing that.
That is going to
definitely.
be like one of our mainstream games.
Yeah, definitely.
Not much else from Nintendo, really. They didn't disappoint me, obviously, but
The fact that they can give us constant sequels and remakes of the same games and still be the front
every
runners.
single one of them is
Team
great.
Fortress. What?
What?
That's
Just
not-
kidding.
That's no.
Dang it, Chef!
You know, we all
do that
know
to me.
three's never coming
You
from
can't
anything
do
Valve.
that to me, man.
Valve hasn't appeared at an E3 in years.
I deserved it. I deserved it. Do you imagine the hype that would come after any of those three games?
Oh my gosh.
Half-Life, Portal, or
Oh my gosh! What
Team
if they
Fortress.
did Orange Box 2 and it was nothing but the third games?
Oh, that would be ridiculous.
That would
Like, you have to understand that the gaming world and the industry itself would implode in on itself. Just like
everyone would drop what they're doing, pay whatever amount they were asking.
$500. Take my Xbox One.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Bethesda's like, we just went out of business. What happened?
They just
Oh,
announced Orange
they
Box 2.
released, Orange Box 2.
Team Fortress 3 with story mode.
So,
I think that pretty much covered everything I want to talk about.
Yeah,
Fallout Shelter's coming for the Switch, but that's not a big deal to me. Whoopty freaking do I play on my Surface.
Real quick, the Starlink game where you can build your ship and put it on your controller.
Oh, yeah, you can put Star
the
Fox in it.
Switch version has the Star Fox and crew playable.
the R-Wings. I
And the
thought that was
R-Wings are
awesome.
in the game. That was a really cool presentation.
I'll have to look that up.
I'm not really into that game, but I love Star.
I wasn't at all. Then I was
I
like,
love Star
sweet,
Fox.
I might look into it, maybe.
Yeah, product placement. Yeah,
Games I'm hyped about: Anthem, Spider-Man,
Yes.
Elder Scrolls 6,
Yes.
Smash,
Yes.
I can't get into Gears 5 until I play the other three
Yeah,
that
don't
I
blame me there.
played.
I'll go through the rest.
Nobody
of
really
it
talked
someday.
about the Dragon Ball Z games, but
That game has gotten
the Jump
insanely
Force.
Yeah,
Jump Force looks cool.
and then what's this For Honor? We already have For Honor. Is that just
For
DLC?
Honor, it's their sequel to it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's just end it here. We all need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Lego DC Supervillains. Oh, I didn't see that.
Lego games are good.
And freaking Rabbits DLC. No. I hate rabbits.
I love the rabbits, but I hate the games now because of how many there are, and I just like what?
Right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been fun. We're gonna get some sleep. Let's leave to some Halo music. How
Let's
about
do it.
that? We'll listen to the music
Of the generation.
of the generation. No, we're actually just gonna listen to the music for the Halo Infinite.
Oh, yeah, 'cause it's good. It's
That's
very
a new one.
soothing.
That's a new one. But all right, guys. Thank you so much. Keep an eye out for the Chivo. We're going to be doing some more stuff here in the future. I still have some videos that I'm editing, whether it be our new vlog. Actually, 2 new vlogs now at this point that I'm supposed to be editing right now, and I'm not. New major project coming this summer that we're working on that will be released this winter. Keep an eye out for that. It's going to be released on on New Year's Day. Biggest production we've ever done. Really excited about that. If you're interested in helping, please get in contact with me, and I'll see about getting you involved. We need crew really badly. And we need a lot of teenage year, like high school age extras. But moving on along for that, tomorrow we're going to have Glenn streaming at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be continuing his Dark Souls remaster stream through. Friday, Liz said she's going to be doing something. Let's see if that actually happens. And Saturday, party stream, as usual. See how that goes as well. Moose, you going to come to that?
I actually can. Oh, wait, no. Saturday?
This Saturday.
I don't think I can this Saturday, but I will be more readily available now that my work schedule is what it is now.
Saturday night, I'm going to be on a beach like 4 hours from here listening to whatever band's going to be on stage.
You're a beach.
Life's a beach.
Swim in it.
Beat me to it.
Build a sandcastle, but not like a really crappy one, but like one of those good ones.
Build a sandcastle so Bully can come up to it and kick it down.
Yeah.
Make you eat sand.
Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby.
Oh, Bob.
I'm
okay, Dad.
I tell you what, man. Bobby Hill impersonation, man. I tell you what, man.
All right, thanks so much, guys. You have a great night. Take it easy. Keep your eyes locked for the Chivo. We're gonna have more content coming soon, and that's about it.
Yep.
You gonna go over there and do the thing?
No.
Do the mute
Are you talking to him, not me?
I'll do it. I'm so proud of you, Matt. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace and grease and all
I am
those other
Moose.
cheeses. He is Moose. He is Moose. Laters.
Games play best on Xbox One.